his free throw.
Misses the second one. Went after it harshly. Could have picked up a fourth foul there. And a bad pass by Abo right to Bailey. Bailey dribble drive, hop step off the glass. Good, and a foul is called. Big time move by Ace Bailey. Rutgers within 6, and Bailey has a shot at a three-point play.
And that's that NBA draft athleticism. He picks off the pass, and on the break, no one can stop that 6'10 frame going to the hoop and the foul, and lightly banks it in off the backboard. Big finish by number 4.
And the foul on Abo, his second. He commits the terrible throw and then commits the foul. And Bailey with a chance to put himself in double figures now as he is back to the line. Just went 1 for 2. Free throw up, free throw in. It's 48-43, 10 points for Ace Bailey. Again, pressure in the backcourt. Get it into Claude, guarded by Jamichael Davis. Pass it near side to Thomas. Back to Claude. Claude up the far sideline, crossing midcourt, and trapped violently. And then the ball is poked away into the hands of Acuff. Acuff kicks it out of bounds. And it will be USC ball.
And just like that, another press momentum changer. This press defense. Coach Pike was out there with his hands on his knees, getting all active on the sideline. This press has really created problems for the USC offense.
Looking to get it in. They get it into Yates in the corner. Yates for Thomas. Thomas back to Yates. Yates into the front court, dribbles it away on the ground, scrambles for it as they tie him up, jump ball. And it'll be Rutgers ball with the arrow. And now you got Williams basically fighting with Yates over there as they are basically, trading barbs back and forth, verbal barbs, but both teams go and calmer heads prevail. But a lot of energy from Rutgers now. They're within 5 with the ball thanks to the possession arrow.
And these Rutgers fans are standing. Jamichael Davis creates the turnover, pokes it out, and then leaps, dives for the loose ball. And I have never seen this coaching staff from Rutgers so hyped up, celebrating. And man, we have a lot of Rutgers fans here. I never knew there were so many Rutgers fans here because they hadn't had much to cheer about in the first half. But everybody's involved, and you can feel some momentum here as Rutgers is trailing by just 5 points with a world to play in this game. 14 minutes and 41 seconds.
Well, how about the fact USC has 7 turnovers in the last 3.5 minutes? That's a huge number.
I kind of wish I saw this press all season long.
It's hard to do on for long bouts of time because you can gash your guys as well. So when you do it, you got to make sure that it's effective. And right now, it's being very effective for this team.
A 7-0 run over 1 minute for the Scarlet Knights. 6 turnovers over the last 2 minutes for USC. 7 turnovers over the last 3 minutes for USC, and a scoring drought over 2 minutes for USC. This press has completely changed the momentum of the game.
Rutgers with the ball. They looked at the play on replay because of the nonsense that went on. Nothing develops from that. Rutgers with the ball. Jamichael Davis into the front court. Bounce pass right side for Williams. Williams up top for Somerville. Down low feed. Bailey catches, turns, and dunks it. He's got 12, and Rutgers now within 3, 48-45, as they've scored 10 in a row.
And everyone's engaged. There's not a USC fan in this building, and the Rutgers fans are standing on their feet here in Indianapolis.
14-16 to play here in the second. Abo up top to Agee. Handed off to Claude. Claude backs it out near midcourt, 12 to shoot. Claude guarded by Jeremiah Williams. Dribble drive, bounce pass off the hands of Thomas and out of bounds. Miscommunication, another turnover for USC. They're 8th in the last 4 minutes, and Rutgers takes over down 3.
And Desmond Claude is coming out of the game. 8 turnovers in 4 minutes. This is a Coach Peichel team. Defense turning into offense. Everyone's talking about the defense all year long. Well, right here on the biggest stage of the season, it's been the defense that's creating points for the Scarlet Knights.
Williams on the far side up top to Bailey. Ace looks inside. Somerville catches it, lost his balance. They don't call a travel, and he banks it in. 11 straight for Rutgers. They're within 1, 48-47.
And here's the press again. They are not stopping the pressure.
Thomas throws it ahead to Agee into the front court, so USC, no problems that time. 13:30 to play in the second. 48-47 USC with the ball. Yates driving, stopping, driving again, turning out for Agee. Agee, throw it inside. The ball is caught and banked in, and the foul is called as Thomas caught it and put it in. And so St. Thomas with a chance at a three-point play.
Yeah, that pass was not a good pass. And St. Thomas leaped up in the air and just was able to corral it down. Looked like it could have been the 9th turnover, and instead he catches the pass and finishes with the foul at the hoop.
And Jamichael Davis picked up the personal foul, his first. St. Thomas to the free throw line, a 65% free throw shooter, looking to complete the three-point play. Dylan Harper in for Jeremiah Williams.
And all that happened with Dylan Harper on the bench.
Free throw up, free throw pops out. Bailey got clobbered, tracks down the rebound, but they're going to call a foul on Agee, or they're going to say the ball was out of bounds, last touch by USC. I think that's the call. So Rutgers with the ball down 3 with 13-19 to play here in the second half.
Great box out by Ace Bailey. Really creating another possession here for the Scarlet Knights on that play.
Davis bounced past the Ace off right side beyond the arc. Claude, by the way, back in the game for USC. Move it left for Davis. Davis around the screen from Somerville. Guarded by Slacker. Davis bounced past Somerville. Dribble, drive, lost it. Ball is free. Scramble for it. Somerville grabs it. And did they give a timeout to... They gave possession to Rutgers and a timeout to Steve Peichel. Boy, that looked like that was going to be a jump ball, and Eric Musselman cannot believe it. We will get a timeout. 12:56 to play here in the second half. Rutgers ball after the break. USC leading 50-47 on the RWJ Barnabas Health Rutgers Sports Network.
I never planned on having high blood pressure.
I never planned on needing heart surgery.
No one plans on heart problems, but everyone should have a plan for them. At RWJ Barnabas Health, we help patients of all lifestyles and medical histories plan for healthy hearts. Whether you have hypertension, heart disease, or a child with a heart issue, our network offers the most complete heart and vascular care in New Jersey. With the latest technology and a highly specialized team, our nurses, cardiologists, and heart surgeons ensure that you can focus on improved health and wellness. We deliver nationally renowned and specialized cardiovascular care close to your home and family through our comprehensive network of easily accessible hospitals, centers, and physician offices. Make plans for healthy hearts with RWJ Barnabas Health. Let's be healthy together. Visit rwjbh.org/heart.
Since 1934, Miller's Rentals has been the featured name in the event rental industry headlining special events, parties, graduations, weddings, religious milestones, New York City red carpet premieres, and university events. Miller's is proud to be the strategic partner for Rutgers Athletics. Miller's has the rental supplies for every occasion and special events, tents, stages, chairs, tables, linens, and much, much more. A community icon for over 85 years. The Miller's Rentals family gives back to the community that has helped them gain that status. So support the company that supports RU. Go Millers and go RU.
Second half of tonight's game is brought to you by Horizon Blue Cross Blue Shield of New Jersey, the official health insurance partner of Rutgers Athletics. To learn more, visit horizonblue.com. Jerry Recco, Chris Corso, Paul Schrager, courtside with you from Gainbridge Fieldhouse. Rutgers trailing USC by the score of 50-47, but will have the ball with 6 to shoot coming off the timeout. Rutgers trailed by as much as 15 in this game. 33-18 was the biggest deficit. They have gotten it to within 1. Right now they are down 3. Emmanuel Oboli comes into the game on the floor with Davis, Harper, Bailey, and Inco. It'll be Davis to throw in on the baseline to the right of the basket. Rutgers defense turned up about 6 notches here in the second half. Again, 6 to shoot. Get it into Bailey. Catches on the right side. Bailey with 5. Bailey turning on the baseline. Bailey with 3. Turns. Bailey with 1. Get it to Oboli, and it's a shot clock violation, as they did not realize the clock was winding down.
And Ace Bailey is always smiling, no matter what the situation is. You can turn the ball over, he smiles. He has the best mindset out there.
Thomas and Slacker playing catch in the backcourt. Slacker into the front court for Agee, and USC can get into their set. 12:36 to play in the second. 3-point lead for the Trojans, 50-47. Ball Claude straight away. Gets the screen from Agee. Works around it, but Davis fights through it. Throw it up top for Agee. Takes the three. Move it left Slacker. The three over Bailey. Well short. Oboli high for the rebound. Outlet pass to Harper into the front court. Head of steam. Dillon down the lane. Up off the glass and in. And it's 50-49. Rutgers within one. Dylan Harper has 12.
Too easy when Dylan Harper gets downhill. He is unstoppable.
Agee in the front court. Harper almost had a steal, but the ball getting to Agee just in front of him. Under 12 minutes to play now in the second. 1 point USC lead. Claude between the circles. Pass it left for Slacker. Back to Claude. Claude top of the key. Right of the lane. No look pass to the right side for Yates. Up top for Thomas. Thomas no look down low for Agee. Scoops it up and in around Harper. And it's 52-49 USC.
And that's 16 points for Agee. USC did a good job of beating Rutgers with a pass, swinging it around the perimeter, and then down low to number 12 for the score.
Harper quarter court, far side of the floor. Bounce pass up top to Bailey. Bailey looks like gives to Akov. Akov, foul line extended, backs it out. Bounce pass Bailey. Boy, yeah. Claude has, a fistful of jersey behind him. Spun away and knocked it out of bounds, and we get a timeout. Rutgers ball after the break. 11:20 to play here in the second. USC leading 52-49 on the RWJ Barnabas Health Rutgers Sports Network.
Once upon a time, there was an SUV where everything for every passenger feels just right. Not too loud or too quiet. Introducing the all-new 3-row Infiniti QX80 with individual audio zones that isolates phone calls to the driver's seat. Discover every just right feature in the all-new QX80 at InfinityUSA.com. Available feature. Cannot buffer all interior sounds. See owner's manual for details.
Is AI your competition or your greatest advantage? Rutgers Business School's highly ranked MBA and specialty master's programs provide relevant knowledge and skills to lead in an AI-driven world. With close proximity to New York and strong corporate partnerships, you're connected to the world's top companies. Take advantage of Rutgers Business School's proven return on investment and find out what you're capable of. Leadership awaits. Find out more about the #1 public business school in the Northeast. Visit business.rutgers.edu. Which schools will take home the prestigious Learfield Directors Cup as the top college athletic programs for the 2024-25 college athletic season? You can follow the standings of your favorite team or alma mater at L Directors Cup on Twitter and online at thedirectorscup.com. Trophies will be awarded in June 2025 to the winning institutions in all college sports divisions. Learfield Directors Cup, the crowning achievement in college athletics.
Nice to have you with us from Indianapolis. First round of the Big Ten tournament. Rutgers trailing USC 52-49 with 11:20 to play in the second half. Right now we pause 10 seconds for station ID. This is Rutgers basketball.
Talk Sports with VT and Sal, middays 10 to 2. WFAN, WFAN FM, WFAN FM HD1, New York, and Odyssey Sports Station.
From Jerry Recco, Rutgers down by 3 with the ball off the timeout. They in the midst of a 13-4 run as we speak right now. Now, last time they had the ball off the timeout with 6 to shoot, they did not get a shot off. Here they have 8 to shoot. Hopefully a little bit better this time around.
Yeah, absolutely. They got to be ready here for some sort of offensive possession. The Scarlet Knights have really struggled in the half court. I feel like when it's in transition, that's where the Scarlet Knights have really thrived, especially Dylan Harper. When the game is slowed down in the half court, number 2, it's been a little sloppy so far in this game, but I look for him to want to take over in this game. He's got 12 points now. He's back in the game. Ace Bailey's out there with 3 fouls. These 2 freshmen, let's see what they can do in this last 11 minutes.
All right, Harper has it. Attacks. Left side. Step back jumper. Back to the rim. No. And Claude the rebound. Claude into the front court for USC. Left wing guarded by Davis. With Davis pushing him. Claude pushing back. Picks up his dribble. Throw it cross court. Slacker into the paint. Kicks out Claude. Now feed Thomas. Low left block guarded by Williams. Into the paint. Up with the right hand. Short for the foul call. And St. Thomas will go to the line and shoot 2.
Jeremiah Williams, really good defense. Kind of playing post defense, being a guard on St. Thomas. And it was just too much size. Swipes down. St. Thomas to the line for 2.
First foul for Williams. St. Thomas to the free throw line. 4 points for Thomas so far tonight. With 6 rebounds and 4 assists. First free throw is short. 65% on the season. Acuff, a brief rest, comes right back in. Somerville in as well. Davis and Oboli sit there. St. Thomas with 1 more free throw. USC leading 52-49. 10:53 to play here in the second half.
And Charlotte Knights are 4 of their last 5 from the field. They're really doing it on the offensive end.
Second free throw, no good. Bailey rips down the rebound. Outlet pass to Jeremiah Williams. Williams on the far side, quarter court. Beyond the back with the dribble. Slide the bounce pass to Bailey. Fumbles it, gets it back. Bailey left wing, guarded by Thomas. Backing his way in. Into the paint. Turns, shoots, left hand, no good. Ball is knocked around and grabbed by Agee. 10:30 to play in the second. 52-49 USC. Claude between the circles. Guarded by Acuff. Gets the screen. Rolls left. Pass it back up top. Ball poked in the air by Harper, but saved by USC. Claude has it. Move it right for Slacker. Slacker, dribble drive in the lane, cuts across the lane, picks up his dribble. Has to pop the pass and does so to Agee. Give it to Claude. Shot clock at 5. Back to Agee inside. Tied up by Jeremiah Williams. Going to jump ball. It will be USC ball with the arrow. And so the shot clock will not reset at 3.2. But USC gets the ball. They will throw it on the baseline. It is Thomas to throw in with Bailey defending the inbound. Thomas looking, gets it inside to Claude, forces one up, no, but a foul called. And so Claude will go to the line and shoot a pair. Acuff picks up the personal foul, that'll be his first. Well, they call him Somerville, excuse me. He gets the foul.
And just like that, Jerry, the Charlotte Knights are on a 2-minute scoring drought, so it's crazy, the momentum. It's like a pendulum going back and forth.
And they had that opportunity with the 2 free throws missed by Thomas and just unable to convert. So Claude's first free throw is good. As a team, they are now 10 of 13 from the line. 4-point lead for USC, 53-49.
I'd really like to see the Charlotte Knights back in that press defense, Jerry. I've never seen Eric Musselman, the opposing coach, is so hopeless.
Second free throw, good. 2 for 2 for Claude. He's got 10. And the lead back to 5 for USC, 54-49 with 10:06 to play here in the second half. The winner of this game will play Purdue tomorrow night at 9 p.m. Jeremiah Williams slides the bounce pass to Acuff. Right side. Up top throw for Somerville. Somerville looks left for Williams. Shot clock at 14. Jeremiah pass to left for Harper. Harper driving, kicking right side for Williams. Into the paint. Jeremiah down low for Bailey. Catches and puts in the reverse. And it's 54-51 as Ace Bailey has 12.
Great offense by the Charlotte Knights, and what a pass by Jeremiah Williams. Finds a cutting Bailey. Easy finish at the hoop.
Here's Claude rolling right. Throw it up top for Agee. Fake the 3 on Somerville. Looking right. Nothing doing. Now handing off to Claude. Harper chasing. Claude backs it out. 7 to shoot. Claude left elbow. Steps back. 4 to shoot. Claude throw it left for Agee. Has to force up a 3. Short. And Slacker comes and grabs the rebound. Wide open for 3. Puts it up and in. And it's 57-51. That is a backbreaker.
Slacker is a knockdown three-point shooter. He's only 6'2". There's no reason for him to be on the court right now other than shooting threes. He gets the offensive rebound and knocks down the wide-open three-point shot.
And that's one of those situations where Rutgers defended great for 25 seconds and didn't grab the rebound. Harper, dribble, drive, right of the lane, shovel pass out to Williams, shot clock at 5, backs it out, drives, steps back, shoots a 3, no. Bailey, high for the rebound, out jumped everybody. Ace in the lane, lost the ball. And Yates comes away with it. Yates right side, no look pass inside for Thomas. Thomas has the shot blocked away by Harper into the hands of Acuff. Here comes Acuff, bounce pass to Williams, the reverse spin home, and it's 57-53.
What a block by Dylan Harper. When he wants to play defense, he can defend with the best of them. Big-time block, leads to a score on the other side, and Jeremiah Williams with a strong finish up and under.
An easy bucket in transition. By the way, 34 paint points for Rutgers. Claude, a right side jumper is good. And it's 59-53 USC with 7:54 to play in the second.
Punches thrown back and forth, back and forth. USC now punching back up 6. Let's see if the Charlotte Knights have one more fight in it.
Harper to to the left. Pass it back to the right for Bailey. Right corner, Acuff. Acuff on the wing. Picks up his dribble. Slide the bounce pass to Somerville. Somerville in the traffic. Move it left for Williams. Up top, Bailey. Catch and shoot three. Ace buries it. He's got 15. Rutgers within 3, 59-56.
When Ace Bailey is open from three, he can knock it down with the best of them. Wide open at the top of the key. Easy stroke, and it's good.
Oh, nice to see a three go in there. 3 of 17 from downtown. Agee goes right at Bailey. Banks in the shot. Bailey couldn't really do too much because of the foul situation. And it's 61-56.
I mean, this guy, Agee, is having the game of his life. 18 points. You can see the big smile on his face as he finishes that layup.
Steve Michael talked about Agee in our pregame chat. Here is Williams. Take it left, Acuff. Slide to the right. Dribble, drive, up. Off the glass, no. Ball is batted out. Grabbed by Harper. Left corner three. Good. And it's 61-59. Harper's got 18.
And the two freshmen were back-to-back threes, stepping up. Big-time shot.
And now a foul call on Dylan Harper, and we will get a timeout. 6:38 to play here in the second half. USC 61, Rutgers 59 on the RWJ Barnabas Health Rutgers Sports Network.
Mother Adele, just do something in your future.
Is my boyfriend gonna propose?
A big storm.
Wait, we're gonna get in a fight?
No, a literal storm. Wind, heavy wind. I see a tree falling on your RV.
Oh, that's fine. I'm covered by Progressive. So, is my boyfriend there? Maybe on one knee?
The entire roof is crushed.
So, no ring.
Be prepared for the unexpected with Progressive, a leader in RV insurance. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Product features subject to policy terms and may not be available in all states or for all vehicles and coverage selections.
Hey Rutgers, are you ready for basketball? Are you ready to score big on all your favorite game night foods? ShopRite has your back all season long when it comes to saving big. Find everything you need to make game day a slam dunk. Are you ready for next level nachos? Are you ready for banging buffalo wings? Yeah, you are. Score big, save big, and get game day ready at ShopRite, exclusive supermarket partner of the Rutgers Scarlet Knights. ShopRite, check out happy.
Looking for the best trained in the electrical business? Look no further. Our members of the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, Local Union 456, go through a 5-year nationally recognized apprenticeship program along with OSHA safety certifications, producing the best trained electricians in the area. From solar energy, healthcare facilities, school construction, and much more, we do it all. We are also proud to be one of the first building trade locals to be recognized with a drug-free workplace program. We at Local Union 456 are like Coach Peichel and the Scarlet Knights, trained and proven to get the job done.
Infiniti is the official luxury vehicle sponsor of Rutgers Athletics. Experience the Infiniti lineup at your local retailer today. We're going to go in for you here in Indianapolis. USC leading Rutgers 61-59, 6:38 to play. I said Dylan Harper at 18 points. He's got 15 points. Harper 15 points, 4 rebounds, 5 assists. Ace Bailey 17 and 7, and Tyson Acuff has 10. The problem for Rutgers has been Rashawn Agee, who's got 18 points and has done pretty much everything for USC, and the Trojans still with a 2-point lead, but Rutgers showing lots of grit and fight here in the second half.
I'll tell you, the fight has come from the defense and the turnovers. The stat of the game that's keeping Rutgers in this game, they have 22 points off turnovers. USC has 5 points off turnovers, so that press on the defensive side of the ball started this comeback in the second half. And now you got some freshmen rising up on the big stage. A 3 from Harper on a second chance offensive rebound, and a 3 from Bailey. And let's see what these freshmen do here in their first Big Ten tournament experience and their first second half in the Big Ten tournament.
No question about it. USC ball off the timeout. They lead by 2. Claude guarded by Harper in the front court. Dylan Grant has come into the game for Rutgers. Michael Davis back as well. Bailey off the floor at the moment. Here is Agee, top of the key, guarded by Somerville. Shoulders into him. Hand the ball off. Yates. Yates guarded by Davis. Yates sliding right on the wing. Gets inside. Caught in the air. Throw it to Thomas. Up top, Slacker. Slacker drives. Kick it into the corner. Yates has it. Shot clock at 3. Get it out for Agee. Fires up a 3. No good. And the ball is loose, and Davis comes and grabs it. And Lathan Somerville is hurt in the backcourt. Davis doesn't see it. There's a foul on the floor. And Somerville has not gotten up yet. He is face down on the court in the backcourt. I don't know if anybody sees it yet. And now Richard Campbell sees it, the athletic trainer, runs over along with Dylan Harper. I don't know if he slammed his head on the court, but he is wincing in pain. I don't know if he got his eye or what it was, but no one noticed. Davis, by the way, will get free throws of a 1-and-1 opportunity.
Well, Lathan Somerville is playing his heart out, and you got to give him credit. He's going up against a 6th-year senior in AG, and he is a true freshman, 18 years old. And it looks like he's walking off the court wincing, like you said.
Looks dazed, rather. And I said 8th personal foul. I looked at the wrong thing. That's the 16th foul on USC. So it'll be a side out for Rutgers. He got stepped on. So that's what it was. Thomas jumped over him and stepped on the side of his head as he was rolling over. No intent on it. As we're watching the replay. Yeah, there was nothing there. It was unfortunate. And so it's Rutgers ball. As we take a look. He rolled into his knee, basically, is what it looks like.
And then the fans were complaining because Jermichael Davis coming down on the other side looked like it could have been an N1, did not get the continuation on the foul call, made the layup. Coach Peichel was willing for it, too. Yeah. It'll be an inbounds play for Tyson Acuff.
Rutgers can take the lead. Somerville stays in the game. Acuff throwing into Harper in the right corner. Drives on the baseline. Hop step. Get it to Somerville. The ball poked out of his hands, out of bounds. And it will be USC ball. Ace Bailey back into the game for Dylan Grant. 5:57 to go second half. 61-59 USC. Here's the trap in the backcourt. Claude has it. Couple of dribbles. Jump pass head to Slacker. Bailey there waiting for him. Come to the left side for Claude into the front court. Now Rutgers slowed them down. USC into their set with 16 to shoot. Pass it right for Yates. Fake the 3 and drives. Turns, spins, no look pass, out of bounds. Also Somerville. Or maybe it was Davis. Either way, that should have been a turnover. Unfortunate, though, as it hit Rutgers on the way out. And so it's 10 to shoot. USC will throw in.
A really bad pass by Yates, the freshman. Looks like a turnover. The ref said it went off a Rutgers defender.
Inbound the ball to AG on the right wing. Guarded by Somerville. Gets the screen, dribbles it out of bounds. Rutgers ball. So give it, take it, and give it away.
Jerry, I can confidently say this is the best 15 minutes of Rutgers defense I have seen all season long. I stand by that, and it has been unbelievable. The amount of turnovers they are causing and the offense that's come off the turnovers in the second half.
15 turnovers now in the game for USC. 5.5 to play second half. 61-59 Trojans. Rutgers with the ball again. Kintyre take the lead. Jeremiah Williams swing the pass left side for Somerville. Find Acuff on a curl. Then he's tied up, lost it out of bounds, but off USC. Rutgers will throw in with 15 to shoot. USC's defense has really picked up too. They're a team that gave up 95 points first time around. They've played much better, specifically the last 6 or 7 trips down the floor for Rutgers.
It's almost like both teams watched the tape, but 95-85 game, and now we got a total battle, defensive battle.
Harper with 12 to shoot, top of the key, rolling right, pulling up for 3, good! Drills it from the outside, and Rutgers has come all the way back from 15 down. They take a 62-61 lead with 5:06 to go in the second.
And Coach Peichel is telling everybody to stand up like we're at Jersey Mike's Arena.
Claude gets inside, banks it in, and a foul is called, and the foul's on Ace Bailey is 4th. And that's problematic. And Ace just goes up and down as opposed to up and kind of down with the right hand. They probably don't call that. Puts USC back in front 63-62 with 5 minutes to go in the second. 14 points, 7 assists for Claude now, who looks to complete the three-point play.
It's almost like every time that the Scarlet Knights come back, there's a punch back by USC. Back and forth. Kind of like a boxing fight we're watching out here, Jerry.
Free throw from Claude is no good. Acuff the rebound. 1 point USC lead. Rutgers the ball. 4:56 here in the second. Jeremiah Williams into the front court. Swing the pass to Somerville on the corner. Left side. Give it to Bailey. Bailey on the wing. Pick up his dribble. Looking. Bounce pass to Somerville. Turning, spinning up on the right hand and in. And Rutgers in front 64-63.
Lathan Somerville batting his chest. An emotional player out there, that's for sure. And the Scarlet Knights have made 3 of their last 3 field goals.
Claude in the circle of center court, guarded by Harper. Rolling right, up top for Agee. Throw it left, Agba, a 3. Back of the rim, no. Another rebound for Acup. Rutgers the ball in a 1-point lead. Here's Harper driving and stopping and peeling it back to the outside around a screen from Somerville. Straight away. Harper between the legs with the dribble, driving, left of the lane, gets inside, shot, no, but a foul called. And Dylan Harper will go to the free throw line and shoot 2.
And Harper has a head of steam, and he is going downhill. I keep saying it, but he is pretty much unstoppable, and the only way to stop him is to foul him. And that's how he really has become one of the top players looked at in this NBA draft in 2025 coming up here. He has an ability to get to the rim and finish, and if he doesn't finish, you're fouling him.
The foul on Claude, his 3rd. Harper to the free throw line. Dylan tonight, 2 of 2 from the line. Rutgers by 1 for the moment. First free throw is good. Makes it 65-63. Dylan Grant in for Lathan Somerville.
And with that made free throw, he quietly leads all scorers in the team.
Got 19. Ace Bailey has 17. Tyson Acup with 10. Agee has 18 for USC. Second free throw. Good again. 66-63. Rutgers by 3. Here's the pressure in the backcourt. Claude. Pass it to Thomas. Thomas might have gotten away with a walk. Throw it into the front court for Abo. 3:58 to play in the second. Rutgers by 3. USC the ball. Claude to his right. Around the screen. On the wing. Up top for Agee. Straight away. He will drive. Slip the pass down low. Gets a couple of defenders in the air, and he banks it in. And it's now 66-65 Rutgers with 3:40 to go here in the second. See if this is Harper takeover time. Bounce pass left side for Williams. Williams for Bailey straight away. Ace, few dribbles, handed off to Harper. Harper backs it out, 12 to shoot. Harper looking for a screen from Grant and gets it. 8 to shoot. Harper drives down low. Grant catches, puts it up off the glass and in. Dylan Grant with the bucket, and it's 68-65 Rutgers. 3:12 to play in the second.
Great pass by Harper and a finish from another freshman. It's Dylan Grant this time. Big time finish in the paint.
Claude top of the key. Guarded by Grant as he rolls right. Back to the left for Abo. Abo fakes the 3. Back to Claude. Claude fakes the 3. Drives in the lane. Lost the ball. Bailey comes away with it. Bailey 1-on-3. Thinks better of it and waits for his team to come back and help him. Gives the ball to Harper. 2:44 to go in the second. Rutgers up 68-65. Harper driving on the left side. Gets inside. Caught in the air. Got it back. Out for Bailey. Wide open 3. No. Offensive rebound for Grant, and he lost it out of bounds, and it'll be Rutgers ball after the timeout. 2:33 to play here in the second half. Rutgers 68, USC 65 on the RWJ Barnabas Health Rutgers Sports Network.
Hey Scarlet Knights fans, Rutgers Health is rewriting the playbook on health. By taking an integrative approach to educating future health pros, delivering top care, and leading the charge in medical research, we're turning discoveries into life-changing health solutions for all. With 8 schools and top-notch centers just outside New York City, we're here to keep you and your loved ones strong. Together, we are breathing new life into health.
Hey, are you up? It's Nor'easter Nick. I can't sleep. Oh, good you are. Because Pizza Hut is open till midnight or later. Order right now at PizzaHut.com or check out the app to satisfy those late night munchies. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
Pizza Hut wings are bigger and better than the other pizza guys' wings. No one outwings the Hut.
Aw, shucks. The game's on TV, but I can't listen to the call of my favorite team broadcaster.
Never fear, Think My Game is here.
Think My Game?
Yes, Think My Game. If you have a DVR and streaming device, head to ThinkMyGame.com from Learfield. It's never been easier to hear the impassioned voices of your favorite radio crew synced with the TV.
Wow, thank you, Mr.
Just remember, ThinkMyGame.com.
2:33 to play here in the second half. It looks like they took a point off the board for Rutgers. So my guess is the three-pointer by Dylan Harper earlier, his foot must have been on the line. So that knocks him down to 19 points from 20. So it's 67-65 Rutgers, 2:33 to go in the second half. It's funny because TV, coming back from break, posted the most 20-point games in a season by a freshman in the Big Ten. And now, obviously, Harper doesn't have it, but he did going into the break. But how about the company he's in? Only two others in terms of the leaders. It was Eric Gordon and D'Angelo Russell. Those guys are pretty good.
Two pretty good players. That's a 20-year NBA pro and what, a 10, 12-year NBA pro who are both in All-Stars, both in, unbelievable
now with the Brooklyn Nets. Yep.
Crazy.
So they actually put it on the screen again. They knocked it. Before it was 17 for Harper. Now he's back to 16, but has an opportunity here with 2.5 to go to knock that back to 17.
And Rutgers has made 4 of their last 5 shots, coming alive in the second half, and now coming alive with one last punch here. Let's see, 2:33 left in this game. It's been back and forth, and the Rutgers fans are standing. You got somebody from the band dancing around.
Jeremiah Williams gets it into Harper. Baseline jumper, no. Offensive rebound, Somerville fights through traffic, puts it back up and in, and a foul is called. Spun that in with a little English, and Lathan Somerville has an opportunity to three-point play.
Lathan Somerville, the energy it's been infectious for this whole team. He's now got 10 points, and I think he did everything but he got absolutely clobbered on that play, and is able to finish it with the English off the glass.
11th offensive rebound for Rutgers. Somerville with 10 points, 3 boards. Rutgers now with 4 players in double figures, and he goes to the line looking to complete this three-point play. AG picked up the personal foul, his second. Free throw, a rare miss by Somerville. 4-point lead for Rutgers, 69-65. Pressure in the backcourt. Slacker has it to Claude. Jump pass ahead to Yates in the front court. Trap comes. Rutgers swiping at it. They tie him up. Williams takes it away from behind and then rolls over. And what do they call here? Was he out of bounds? Looks like he might have been out of bounds. Wow. By the way, the 4-point lead for Rutgers with 2:14 to go is their largest lead of the game.
I am stunned. It looks like Jeremiah Williams took that ball away. Must have just rolled out of bounds.
I think he rolled on the sideline. 14 to shoot for USC. Claude out to the left. Pass it up top. Back to Claude. Claude guarded by Grant. On the wing. Into the paint. Leans in. Foul call. I mean, now you talk about a forced job. 2 minutes to go and even 2 minutes to go in the second. Claude to the free throw line.
The refs just bailed out Desmond Claude. There was no time on the shot clock. Absolutely
They just showed the replay and touch him.
Out of control shot.
I mean, there's nothing there.
Man, and Eric Musselman, I see him complaining more than any coach I've ever seen complain. And he's getting every call imaginable.
Free throw good from Claude as it hit every part of the rim. St. Thomas in for Slacker, 69-66 Rutgers. Claude 5 of 6 from the free throw line.
First year in the Big Ten, he's working the Big Ten refs.
I'd say so. Lathan Somerville checks back in for Dylan Grant. Claude now 15 points, 7 assists. He had 5 assists in the first half. So a couple here in the second.
Man, that is a tough call in the rim. Such a good game.
Second free throw from Claude. Up and good. 69-67, 2-point Rutgers lead with 2 minutes to go here in the second. Harper guarded by Yates in the backcourt as he carries the ball up the floor. Takes it across the timeline right in front of us. Moving to the right, beyond the arc. It's a screen from Somerville. Now between the circles. Harper between the legs with the dribble. No look pass. A-cup, left corner 3. In and out, no good. And the ball is rebounded by USC with halfway down. Here comes Claude the other way. USC can take the lead. Rutgers by 2. Claude, Agee inside for Thomas. Swiped away out of bounds off Agee. And it will be Rutgers ball with 1:29 to go here in the second.
And Dylan Harper gets his hands in there and just knocks it off the Trojans' knee. What a play for number 2.
Well, they're going to take a look at this, though. We shall see if it was off them or not. And TV's pretty good with showing the replay as well, so we will keep an eye on it. This is a big call because with 1:29 to go, it would give Rutgers the ball, and they have the possession arrow as well, by the way. As we look, yeah, that's off. That is clearly off of Thomas. Nice play by Dylan Harper to get his hand on the ball. So the officials called that right pretty clear on the replay, too, that this should stay with Rutgers.
Dylan has such an ability with his hands to swipe at the ball and not foul, but literally get all ball, and that's what happened on the play. Swipe right down, all ball, off the Trojans' knee, and that's as clear as day, in my opinion.
I agree. DJ Thompson out with one of the officials, and I'm pretty sure he's trying to get an explanation of the Dylan Grant foul that looked like nothing, and I only say that from the way he kind of described the play with his body language. So, the reset, there's 1:29 to play in the second half. Rutgers leading USC 69-67. They trailed by as much as 15 in this game, and by as much as 13 in the second half. They got back into it with their pressure, turning the ball over, turning USC over at 1.6 times or 7 times in a 4-minute span and converting that to offense. The only thing they haven't done well tonight, honestly, is shoot the three. I mean, they've hit a couple of big ones, but 4 of 20 from 3. And the ruling is confirmed. It is Rutgers ball with 1:29 to go. So a big call for RU there. See if they can convert. A hoop here would be big.
Jerry, I think if 1-3 goes down in this last 90 seconds, all will be forgiven for the Scarlet Knights because a big shot could be on the way in these last 90 seconds.
No question. On the floor for Rutgers, Acuff, Somerville, Bailey, Harper, and Jeremiah Williams. Yates is trailing Harper in the backcourt.
Look at the 2 freshmen just having fun out there. Harper boxing them out.
Yates very physical with Harper. Harper broke free and took the inbound set. Harper into the front court, again in front of us. Drives on Yates, dribble drive to the basket, up, no, but a foul call. And he hit the deck pretty hard. And so Dylan Harper will go back to the free throw line. He's looking to add to this 2-point lead. The foul was called on, I believe, Abo. That is his 3rd. So Abo, Claude, and Thomas all have 3 fouls. Harper to the free throw line tonight. 4 of 4, 7 of 14 from the field for his 19 points and 6 assists as well. First free throw, good. Makes it a 3-point game, and now Harper has his 20-point game.
There you go.
Williams and Grant in for Bailey and Somerville. Nope, Williams and Somerville. I thought Ace was going to sit down with the 4 fouls. 1:18 to go in the second half. Slackert back in with a 3-point shooting for Thomas.
This is a big free throw here for Harper to make it a 4-point game with 1:18 to go.
Spins the basketball, bends at the knees, second free throw up, and in. 71-67, 21 for Harper. Rutgers a 4-point lead with 1:18 to go. Slacker to throw in, Rutgers pressuring in the backcourt. No look pass into Yates. Yates goes right at Bailey, who takes the ball away. It's free, kicked around, scramble for it. Looks like Williams has it. He's tied up. Did he call timeout? He did. It'll be Rutgers ball. Smart, heady play by Jeremiah Williams. Grabbed the loose ball and called timeout. And Yates is slow to get up for USC. So with 1:10 to go in the second half, Rutgers gets possession back. And how about the play Bailey makes along with Williams, but Bailey with the 4 fouls, doing it the right way.
I think Bailey's shown he's not afraid to defend when he has 4 or 3 fouls in this game. And how fitting for Jeremiah Williams, the captain, diving on the loose ball and coming out of there just jumping up and down, greeting his head coach, Coach Peichel, as they head to the timeout here.
17 turnovers now for USC. Rutgers has forced them into 11 in the second half alone, and they've converted that into a lot of points too.
Absolutely. 20. What are we at? 26 points off turnovers to 5. That's a pretty darn good differential right there.
Another good differential too is all of a sudden you look up and Rutgers is winning the rebounding battle as well. Something that they weren't doing for a good portion of this game.
And that's what Jordan Durkak told you in that interview. He said, when we rebound, we win games, and we out-rebound teams. And this is one of the teams that we kind of have a size advantage over. And that hasn't been the case in a lot of these games this year, but really dominating down low. And I give credit. Everything goes to Ace Bailey, Dylan Harper. How about the play of Lathan Somerville?
Yeah. Somerville, Acuff, Williams, everybody that's really, the game crossed them over, but everybody that's played really has contributed so far tonight.
Absolutely. The energy, even a guy like Michael Davis, who hasn't really put up any points on the scoreboard here, but just the energy he brought on the defensive side of the ball. When you run a press like this, you need more than 5-6 guys. You got to swipe guys in and out. Guys like Michael Davis came off the bench ready to play in the second half.
All right, Acuff will throw in. Now, USC is going to pressure. Boy, we watch Rutgers work on this press break all the time, don't we?
We do. In the shoot-arounds, in practice.
I actually know the names of them now. Acuff to throw in, gets it into Jeremiah Williams. Here comes the trap right back to Acuff. And USC backs out. Acuff across the timeline. 1 minute to play here in the second half. Rutgers with the ball up 71-67. Acuff guarded and poked from behind by Claude. Shot clock at 14. Hand the ball off to Williams. Shot clock at 12. Between the circles. Shot clock at 8. Williams to his right. Shot clock at 6. Williams between the legs with the dribble. Dribble drive. Get inside off the glass. No. Missed it. Ball tipped and grabbed by Agee. Ahead to Yates. Harper back. Yates goes right at him and banks it in with 37.7 left and a timeout called. And Jeremiah Williams is upset with himself because he had a really good look at that bank shot. It's 71-69. They did not call timeout. What did they blow the whistle for then? Interesting. Rutgers by 2 with the ball now. 37.7 to go in the second half. Again, pressure from USC. Again, Acuff to throw in. Get it into Harper, who is pulled down and fouled. And Harper will go to the line.
Wow, that is a freshman error by Wesley Yates, the third, tackling Dylan Harper. I mean, that's the first time they were pressing here in the last 2 possessions all game, USC, and that is just a bad foul by a freshman.
And they're over the double limit, so Harper gets 2. So the foul on Yates, number 1. Rutgers up 2. Harper with 2 free throws here with 36.8 to go in the second half. Looks like Dylan Grant will sub in between free throws for Rutgers. First free throw for Dylan is good. He's 7 of 7 from the line. Rutgers by 3, 72-69. Harper now with 22 points, 6 assists. Grant in for Somerville. Here comes the second from Dylan. Up and in. 4-point game, 73-69. Again, pressure from Rutgers. Claude to Thomas in the backcourt. Back to Claude. Claude takes it across the timeline. Ooh, got away with a walk, too. Sure did. Dragged his pivot foot down to 26 seconds. Yates dribble drive, and I think they just called the 5th foul on Ace Bailey. Shot was no good. Bailey is fouled out of the game.
Wow.
And Yates is going to go to the line and shoot, too.
Desmond Claude traveled at mid-court here. It was completely missed by the referees. And then a foul's called on the way up. Ace Bailey fouls out of this game. But, man, to miss a call like that in the middle of the court.
Bailey gets a standing ovation.
Wow.
Rutgers up by 4. You certainly hope that's not his last play as a Rutgers player.
I am shocked that call was missed still.
Nothing shocks me anymore, Chris.
These are calls that change games.
And it was right in front of us.
It was right in front of us. That was a travel at center court. And then it leads to 2 free throws for USC on a foul call. I mean, that completely changes. There's 24 seconds left.
Yeah.
This is a 2-possession game, and now it's going to be a 1-possession game.
100%.
Completely missed call by the referee.
In the game for Rutgers, Somerville, Grant, Acuff, Harper, and Jeremiah Williams. 2 free throws for Yates. Yates tonight, 13 points. 3 of 3 from the line. First one here is good. Makes it a 3-point game with 24.1 left. Substitution with Kevin Patton coming. He hasn't played all night. Subs into the game. 35% three-point shooter. Maybe that's why. Second free throw here for Yates. Up and good. 24.1. Rutgers a 2-point lead. 73-71. All important throw in here. Acuff into Williams. Here comes the double team in the corner. Tratt trying to fight through it. Going to be... Oh, he called timeout right before the jump ball was called. Another smart play by Jeremiah Williams. 30-second timeout. Rutgers will keep possession with 21.2 to go here in the second half. They are now out of timeouts, though. Oh, boy, Eric Musselman out on the court.
He's out on the court.
Steve Hain and Mike Larkin trying to figure out where the inbound is going to take place so Rutgers can figure out where they're going to throw it in. It looks like it'll come from the near corner. Winner of this game will take on Purdue tomorrow night at 9 p.m. This is important now, getting this ball in with no timeouts.
Absolutely, and Rutgers is going to have to knock down some free throws here if they get that inbound in. Big time play for Coach Piper. You see him drawing it up.
I looked at the replay too. I'd be upset if I was Eric Musselman as well. USC had their hands on the ball as Williams was calling timeout, but they also missed the travel. So
I guess it's a payback call back and forth.
Michael Davis in the game now for Rutgers. With Somerville, Williams, and Acuff who will throw in, and Harper, of course. Acuff to throw it on the baseline. Has to get this in. Lobs it into Williams. Here comes the double team as he's pushed. They're going to call a foul, and rightly so. I know USC, of course, doesn't like it as Eric Musselman is praying on the ground, now on all fours like an animal. Wow, he couldn't believe it.
That was impressive to get down on all fours as a coach. Woo.
The foul is on Claude, his 4th. Would have been Rutgers' ball anyway, because Williams actually threw the ball off Patton out of bounds.
And Jeremiah Williams got tossed out of bounds with a push. I don't know what you could be complaining about.
Did you say some important free throws for Jeremiah Williams?
Absolutely, and there's the team captain at the free throw line, number 25. Been here longer than anybody.
68% on the season. First one up. No. 19.7 left. This is obviously huge. Don't have to be a genius to say that.
He knocked down some big free throws earlier in the year at Washington in the overtime win. This one bigger than ever.
These his first free throws of the night. Second one up. No good. And the ball knocked out of bounds. Last touch by USC, but they're going to review this. This is off Acuff. From my vantage point, it looks like Acuff knocked that out of bounds. I do believe this will be USC ball. We'll take a look at the replay. You know what? I don't know if AG got it after Acuff did. Tough to call. Looking at it again. Acuff hits it out. I think it's USC ball. I don't know. I think it's going to be USC possession. Right there. I don't know. I tell
really
you,
tough.
I've seen it 3 different times. This one angle, it looks like AG is the last one to get it. I don't know.
And how about Tyson Acuff with a big-time hustle play, even this being a chance at a possession for Rutgers, is just the fight of this graduate student out here. He knows this could be his last game on a college court.
No question. Now, it is important to note they did call it Rutgers ball. So do they see something that is so obvious? I can't tell. One angle it looks like it's off A cuff, another angle it looks like it's off H.
It's going to be really hard to get this one right.
In real time, it looked like it was off A cuff.
Yep.
There, we're watching it again. One hand. Yeah,
it looks like it's off AG. I'm going to say Rutgers basketball. I don't know. Paul Strager is looking at me with a smile. He thinks it's all
USC ball. I tend to agree with him.
Wow.
But I'll come back to the fact that they called it Rutgers ball on the floor, which is more the case. So if it's Rutgers ball, they're in the driver's seat with 18 seconds to go. And you know if they inbound the ball, they're going to be fouled and they're going to go to the line. If it's USC ball, they're in the driver's seat, though trailing, could hold to try and tie or win it with a three. Who knows?
And this is Rutgers fashion, isn't it, Jerry? I feel like all these games, Coach Michael, they go down to the wire. Oh my goodness, this is madness. This is March. This is college basketball. Where else would you want to be?
I will tell you, I don't know if this team could take another punch in the face like they did a couple of weeks ago against Michigan.
I think the karma, it's got to be, it's got to go one way or the other. But man, I really love the hustle of Tyson Acuff on this play, even giving Rutgers a chance at another possession. That was a big-time hard play by Tyson Acuff.
They are taking a very lengthy look at this in the scores thing.
Good, they're making us not look stupid because we couldn't decide. So
no. But the more they look at it, the more it tells me too. You would leave it, and it's going to be USC ball.
Wow. We are stunned as anybody.
18.9 on the clock. USC can tie it or take the lead or win it with a three, depending upon the time on the clock. Plackard will throw in. Ward and Yates in the backcourt with him. Abo and Agee in the front court. Plackard looking. Gets it in to Claude. Claude up the floor with 16 seconds, guarded by Harper. Claude with 12, drives on the right wing, gets inside, banks it in. We're tied at 73, 8.8 to go. Here we go, Harper with the ball for a chance to win it. Harper with 6, Harper behind the back with the dribble with 5, on the wing, Harper a jumper, air ball, and it looks like with a heave, no good. And we will play 5 more minutes and go to overtime.
Dylan Harper, who has been so clutch in so many moments, took a fadeaway shot from the corner, and it just wasn't enough. Did not get his legs into it.
Now the officials are at the scorer's table again. I guess USC is claiming they called timeout with the rebound. Don't know. Usually you pick up a lot when you're on the floor. In this case, did not really notice that. So, we go to overtime, tied at 73, unless they put more time on the clock and give USC the ball. I can't imagine there'd be more than a second, although that's plenty of time to throw out the length of the floor, catch and shoot. So we're not in overtime yet, to be clear.
And I can't help but think to go back to those 2 free throws by Jeremiah Williams, 2 misses.
Yeah, they did try and call timeout, no time on, so we are going to overtime.
2 misses by Jeremiah Williams at the free throw line. I hate to bring it up, but those were absolutely paramount in this game.
No question. And now Rutgers plays overtime without Ace Bailey, who is fouled out of this game. And they're going to have to figure out a way to outscore USC in OT.
This is Dylan Harper's overtime period. Him and Tyson Acuff. And I'm going to bring up a stat from the season. Rutgers is 3-0 in overtime games this year. A win against Notre Dame, a win against Washington, and what was the third one? I know it's 3-0.
Minnesota.
Last game, Minnesota. So 3-0 in overtime. They even won in overtime at Washington where they didn't have a field goal. I think they made like 8 free throws.
Yeah.
So they have done it in overtime. Let's see if we can do it 4 times in a row.
They had opportunities, and now they're going to have to do it in OT. They had a 4-point lead with about 36 seconds left, I believe it was. but we will see if they can win this thing in overtime now. We're 5 minutes back on the clock. I thought for sure they were going to go, USC was going to go to 80 on that possession, in which Claude basically went right to the rim and put it in, only because AG has been superb tonight. But you look up and all of a sudden Claude's got 18 points as well.
Yeah, these USC Trojans, I'm impressed. They have a couple of options, and when they're playing together and they're all playing well, they know how to score. And you saw it again tonight. Desmond Claude, you saw it from AG, you saw it from Wesley Yates, the freshman. They have some big-time scorers. They are going to be a good team going forward here in this conference.
This guy's just killing Ace Bailey.
I see him right now, and like no other, the best teammate out there. He's screaming, he's clapping, he's yelling, he's cheering his guys on, but man, he's got to be in the back of his mind that he could never play a game here for Rutgers ever again if this thing goes the wrong way.
Exactly. So, with 5 minutes, but you know what? That's where you look to the leadership of Tyson Acuff to maybe pick up the slack. And, Dylan Harper obviously has had a terrific night, 23 points and 7 of 15 shooting. So Rutgers will start overtime with Williams, Davis, Acuff, Somerville, and Harper. You've got AG, Abo, Thomas, Yates, and Claude for USC. Usually Bailey jumps it up in center court, but since he's been fouled out, it'll be Somerville and AG. Ball in the air, and they will re-jump because that was a lousy toss. And we will do it again.
Jeremiah Williams looking for a foul.
Overtime underway. USC wins the jump. Claude into the front court. Claude straight away. Pass it left for Abo. Abo back to Claude on the right side. Guarded by Harper. Goes right at him. Cut off. Spins on the wing. Now for Abo. Fake the three. Davis on him. Dribble, drive, hangs in the air. Shot blocked away by Somerville into the hands of Harper. Harper running the floor. Harper top of the key. Little shake and bake left of the lane. Gets inside. Lays it up and in. Rutgers goes up 75-73.
What a block by Lathan Somerville. And when Dylan Harper gets downhill, it's too easy. Big time finish.
Claude into the front court for USC. Behind the back with the dribble. Top of the key. Left of the lane. Throw it out for AG. Fake the three. Get to the elbow. Kick it near side. Claude spots up. Doesn't shoot the three. Drives. Spins. Up with the right hand. And in. And they called a foul. Wow. Late whistle, and Claude has a chance at a three-point play.
They are calling the foul every time Desmond Claude goes to the hoop. He is a big-bodied guard, and he is getting the benefit of the whistle tonight. I thought that was great defense by Lathan.
And he picks up his second foul. So Claude to the free throw line looking to put USC in front. Claude 6 of 7 from the line, now at 20 points. Long look at the rim. Two bounces. Free throw up. Free throw in. USC in front, 76-75. 4:05 to play in overtime. Harper into the front court. Throw it right for Davis. Davis bounce past Somerville straight away. Hand the ball off to Harper. 15 to shoot. Harper backs it out. Pass it right for Williams. 10 to shoot. Williams to the free throw line, steps back into the corner. Davis drives on the baseline, inside for Somerville, catches amongst 4 defenders and gets clobbered. And Somerville will go to the line.
And that's great ball movement by the Scarlet Knights. Harper to Jeremiah Williams, over to Jermichael Davis in the corner, and a little drive, and he's able to get Lathan Somerville open in the paint, and he's clobbered again. I don't think anyone's taken more fouls than Lathan tonight. I don't know if he's gotten all the calls, but I think he had 3 Trojans just absolutely stop him from putting that layup up.
Abo picked up the foul as fourth. Somerville knocks down the first free throw, ties the game at 76. Somerville now with 11 points. Slackert comes in for Thomas. Somerville tonight 3 of 4 from the free throw line. He will get one more. Foul shot up and in. Rutgers back in front, 77-76. 3:40 to play here in overtime. You get the sense if I have the ball on either side, just drive to the basket, you feel like they're going to call a foul.
Yeah.
Here it's Claude. Inside look for AG. Lays it up and in. And it's 78-77 Trojans.
That is way too easy for AG, who's now a 20-point easy layup in the paint. Charlotte Knights got to be better than that on defense.
Harper, top of the key, fumbled the ball, gets it back, 18 to shoot. Looking over the defense, into the corner, Williams. Williams driving on the wing, hesitating, across the paint, down low, a wide open Somerville, banks it up and in. And it's 79-78 Rutgers. Somerville is 14.
What a pass by Jeremiah Williams. Drives to the hoop and finds Somerville under the basket for two.
Need a stop. 2:50 to go here in the second. Claude left side for Abo rather. Now it's Claude, top of the key, beyond the arc. Slides right. Picked up his dribble. Give it to AG. 8 to shoot. AG just holding. AG with 6 to shoot. At the foul line, AG with 3 to shoot. Tied up by Somerville. 1 to shoot. Forces one up. It's an air ball and a shot clock violation. Eric Musselman is losing his mind wanting a foul call. I don't know what he wants in that case.
That was the most out-of-control shot by a big man. And Lathan Somerville did a great job. Put his hands up and actually took a shot to the face.
Somerville wanted the foul.
Yeah.
Rutgers with the ball. They lead 79-78, 2:24 to play in overtime. Harper, pass it left for Davis. Davis up top for Somerville. Lathan holding. Now puts it on the floor. Dribble drive. Gets inside. The floater is no good. Tip doesn't go. Ball is loose. Michael Davis had it, then had it taken away by Abo. 2 minutes to play in overtime. Rutgers by 1. USC the ball. Claude out high to the left. Guarded by Davis. Claude holding his dribble. Claude on the wing. Explodes towards the basket. Double team comes. Tries to fight through it. They're going to call a foul and Claude will go back to the line.
When Claude gets to the hoop, he is just so hard to stop. Just like Dylan Harper, he's just oversized with that matchup with Jermichael Davis, and he had no choice but to foul him there.
1:48 to go in overtime. Claude with 21 points, going back to the free throw line where he has 7 of 8 tonight. Rutgers by 1 at the moment. First free throw is up and in, and we are tied at 79.
Both coaches are just willing their teams. We saw Eric Musselman get down on all fours. We've seen Coach Peichel in a defensive stance going for a turnover. These guys both really want to win this game.
Second free throw, no good. A rare miss, and Harper will rebound in the corner. Tied at 79, 1:44 to play in overtime. Harper on the outside, gets a screen from Somerville, works middle of the floor, and has the ball taken away. It was knocked away. Here comes Claude into the front court, goes right at Harper, and a foul called, and Claude will go back to the line. And now Claude can put USC in front with 1:32 to play in overtime. It was a crossover that AG just deflected, and Claude was there to scoop it up.
AG, you can see why AG has taken more minutes on for this USC Trojans team in the last 5 games. He's got 20 points tonight, 7 for 7 from the free throw line, 6 rebounds, and a huge steal leading to free throws here.
Claude makes the first free throw, puts USC back in front, 80-79.
He also looks like he's 38 years old out there.
No kidding. 1:32 left in overtime. Second free throw upcoming for Claude. Foul shot. Good again. 2-point lead for USC, 81-79. 1:30 to go in overtime. Harper crossing midcourt. Guarded by Yates. Shovel pass right for Acuff. Acuff gets the screen from Somerville. Nothing doing. Picked up by AG. Shot clock at 12. Acuff guarded by the bigger AG. Dribble drive. Turns at the elbow across the foul line. Bounce pass to Harper. Leads him to the goal and a 2-hand slam. And we are tied at 81.
What a pass by Tyson Acuff and the cut by Dylan Harper with the slam.
He's got 27. Under a minute to play in overtime. Claude top of the key. Around a screen from Agee. Shot clock at 14. Claude to his left. Top of the key again. Left of the lane. Gets inside. Tied up by Somerville. Ball is loose. Williams dives to the ground for it. Still on the ground. We got bodies scrambling for it. And I think a jump ball, no? And they're going to give USC a timeout.
That is got it.
And the Rutgers coaching staff better be careful here they don't pick up a technical foul. They're going to look at this. You've also got a shot clock issue. We're taking a look at it. So when the tie-up comes, there's 10 on the shot clock. Then the ball gets batted around. Jamichael Davis jumps on it with Agee. I don't know if we're going to get a shot clock violation or not. If we don't, USC will have the ball with maybe 1 or 2 seconds on the shot clock. 38.3 right now left in overtime.
Jerry, I have never seen a coach be all the way on the three-point line. I think Eric Musselman was he was literally like on the court calling for a timeout. That should be a technical in itself.
You're right.
I mean, I've never seen a coach go that far out onto the court screaming at the ref for a timeout.
You're not wrong. While they're in play.
While the play was going on in the game. That is something I have never seen before.
You've got a guy on TV in a Michigan State shirt coming down and signaling for a technical foul. That is really something. I just, trying to figure out where the possession is. But I guess you would say Agee had more control of the ball than Somerville did and Jamichael Davis. Claude is clearly calling timeout.
I mean, look at where Musselman is. He is inside the three-point line.
Yeah, we're trying to navigate this through on instant replay.
It looks like both players are tied up, but Agee has more possession than Somerville.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
And Desmond Claude is calling for a timeout like no other, along with the head coach.
Tied at 81 in overtime. As it stands right now, there's 38.3 on the clock. And my guess is this will be USC ball with maybe a second and a half on the shot clock. Wow. The officials trying to figure this out as they continue to look at it. I tell you, for all the people that complain about the way these kids play, they should come do this for 2.5 hours. I mean, they put everything into this.
This game is like do or die, both sides. It really is do or die for both sides.
I'm confused. They put 8 seconds on the shot clock, which is way too much time. That makes no sense, because when we watch the replay, the ball comes off the ball gets knocked away with 10. And that was the first scramble. Jeremiah Williams then had it, then he lost it, then you had a scramble. There's no way all that happened in 2 seconds. All right. So 8 seconds, plenty of time for USC to get a good shot off. 38.3 to go in overtime. 8 seconds on the shot clock. They give USC the timeout. The possession arrow does stay with Rutgers because there was not a jump ball. They clearly didn't see Eric Musselman on the court as the 6th member of the team.
They did not. With all those reviews, they needed one more camera angle.
Dylan Grant comes into the game for Somerville. It'll be Claude to throw in on the baseline to the left of the basket with Thomas, Abo, Agee, and Yates. They line up in a straight line along the left side of the lane. 8 to shoot for USC. Claude lobs it into Thomas in the corner, get it to Yates. Yates, 4 to shoot. Turning, spinning, 3 to shoot. Forces one up, no good, off to the right. Ball batted up, almost batted in. Harper the rebound. 27 seconds to play in overtime. Shot clock is off. We'll see if Rutgers holds for the final shot. They're going to let him go. They're going to put the ball in Dylan Harper's hands. 16 seconds to go in overtime. Shot clock is off. Harper holding. Harper with 10. Harper with 8. Harper with 7. Harper with 6, crossing over, dribble drive, turns, spins, throw right. Jeremiah Williams for the win. Short, and we'll go to double overtime.
Wow. That shot looked online. It looked good, and Dylan Harper gives it up because he was getting triple teamed, and Jeremiah Williams just a little short on that three. And Jerry, we're going to double overtime, the last game of the night, and this thing is going for another 5 minutes.
Right now we'll pause 10 seconds for station ID. This is Rutgers basketball.
We're talking New York sports. WFAN, WFAN FM, WFAN FM HD1, New York, an Odyssey sports station.
Double overtime upon us here in Indianapolis. Put 5 more minutes on the clock. Rutgers and USC tied at 81. Dylan Harper with 27 points tonight on 9 of 17 shooting. Ace Bailey 17 points before fouling out in this game. 14 points for Lathan Somerville. 10 points for Tyson Acuff, but it has not been enough because Desmond Claude is 24 for USC. Rashawn Agee has 20, 15 for Yates, 13 for Abo, and we will play 5 more minutes.
And USC has not scored a field goal in the last 3 minutes and 30 seconds. I think it's been the foul calls that have kept them in this game. It's been all free throws for them. So the Scarlet Knights are doing it on the defensive end. Just got to stop fouling. Make them make shots. This is the toughest time in the world to make field goals, and the Scarlet Knights are doing it, but they're making it easy for USC, giving them 3 free throws.
Yeah, and you look at the foul situation. Rutgers is in pretty good shape. I mean, I know Bailey fouled out, but everybody else, no one's got more than 2. Not so much for USC. Claude has 4, and I believe Abo has 4, which would be nice to know since they just put an automatic update on their screen. As we take a look, yeah, Abo's got 4 as well, and 3 as well for St. Thomas. Not that he has played too much here in the second half after picking up that 3rd foul, but that is the reset, tied at 81. This was the game Rutgers trailed by 15 in the first half, 13 early in the second half, and battled their way back, had the lead, lost the lead, had the lead, and here we are.
It's been unbelievable, a back and forth boxing match. I didn't know this boxing match was going to go 2 extra periods, but back and forth, back and forth. Who's going to throw the knockout punch? No one wants to do it. We've had 2 chances for Dylan Harper at the end of regulation and at the end of overtime, and a missed shot at the end of regulation. And then in overtime, he passes up the shot, gives it to his captain, Jeremiah Williams, who just misses the 3 off the front iron.
If Rutgers doesn't win this game, Williams is going to be very bothered. Missed the 2 free throws and had the 3 at the buzzer.
And he plays harder than anybody out on that floor.
USC wins the tip again, this time in double overtime. Double overtime underway in Indy. Claude between the circles, guarded by Williams. Carries the ball, left of the lane, throw it left. Deflected out of bounds by Harper, I believe. It'll be USC ball. They'll throw in with 16 to shoot.
And I just got a note from our second SID, Jordan Ozier. The last 2 overtime game was that Notre Dame
I don't want to hear it.
game.
I know. I already thought of that. Here is Claude. Lane clears, takes it up, under, in, and a foul is called on the reverse. It's a beautiful move by Desmond Claude. And USC quickly takes an 83-81 lead.
Desmond Claude is just relentless. He does not stop. He goes for the hoop. He is never looking for that 3-point shot. He goes up and under, draws the foul, and he'll head to the line for 1.
That is a heck of a shot. Watching it on replay. Davis, the foul, is 3rd. Claude, who has made a living at the free throw line, goes back for another. He is 10 of 12 tonight. 26 points. Free throw is no good. Harper the rebound. 83-81 USC, first possession in the second overtime for Rutgers. Harper to his left. Left elbow, jumper is short and off to the right, and the ball rebounded by Agee. Ahead to Thomas for Abo. And now USC settles in. 4:20 to play in double overtime. 83-81 USC. Claude between the circles. Rolling right and stopping. Little bounce pass to Agee. Top of the key. Agee look left. It's Thomas. Thomas left for Agee. Shoots a 3. Got it. That's the biggest lead USC has had in quite some time now, 86-81.
And that is just to score back-to-back possessions, an M1 and then a 3. Rutgers has to answer.
Here is Harper straight away. Driving, has the ball poked away and taken away by St. Thomas, who then, well, it's going to be Rutgers' ball. He threw it off Harper, but he stepped on the, here's another review with these reviews. He threw it off Harper out of bounds, but the official says that Thomas stepped on the baseline, but they will take a look at this. This is a big review because USC quickly out to a 5-point lead. If they get possession as well, all of a sudden, now they're not going to review it actually. They're saying it's Rutgers' ball.
This is a huge possession for the Scarlet Knights. 20 on the shot clock. Need a bucket here, trailing by 5.
Acuff to throw in. Somerville in and Grant in. Acuff has to hurry. Lobs it into Somerville, who out-jumped the defenders to get it. Takes it up and in as he was kind of leaning towards the hoop. And it's 86-83. Somerville's got 16, one off his season and career best.
He is growing up right in front of our eyes. He is a different player than he was at the beginning of the season. What a game for Lathan Somerville.
86-83 USC, 3:20 to play in the second overtime. Trojan ball. Claude to his left. Picked up on a double team. Throw it right for Agee. Agee hands it off to Yates. 4 to shoot. Yates into a long 3. Good. And it's 89-83. A couple of big hoops here for USC in the second overtime. Harper driving and spinning. Up top for Somerville. The big guy will shoot a 3. No good. Tippin doesn't go either. Ball knocked out of bounds. Last touch by USC. Rutgers will have it with 2:50 to go in the second overtime.
Jeremiah Williams got tossed on that rebound under the hoop, looking for the foul call. Didn't get it.
Taking a look at this replay. This is the Yates play. And they're either going to take a look at this, or now we get a timeout called by Rutgers. So a 6-point lead for USC, who are 3 of 3 in this second overtime, hitting a couple of threes. And you are right. When you all of a sudden find yourself down 6, these possessions are crucial.
This game is going to come down to who can make big-time shots. Rutgers has had opportunities countless times in this game to put it away, and they have not done so at the free throw line. Last second possession for Dylan Harper, missed a fadeaway jump shot. A 3-pointer for Jeremiah Williams, and now USC is coming up big and making big-time shots. An N1 under the hoop, and then 2 back-to-back threes for the Trojans. Let's see if the Scarlet Knights have one more fight in them with 2:50 to go.
Yeah, USC has come up big so far in the second overtime. A refresher, Ace Bailey fouled out in the second half. Fouled out with 17 points. Dylan Harper leading the way with 27. But you've got 4 players for USC in double figures as well, with Claude having 26 and Agee with 23. Agee's been outstanding tonight. Rutgers with the ball, down by 6. Acuff to throw in on the baseline to the left of the basket. You got Agee and Somerville jawing at one another. The officials trying to break them up. You've got Williams and Claude pushing each other. The officials come in and say, knock it off. Chippy. All right, Acuff to throw in. Gets it into Jeremiah Williams. Floated out to Harper. Harper move it right. Acuff. Open 3 right side. Off the mark. Ball tipped and grabbed by USC. Rutgers in some trouble here. 2:40 to go in double overtime. They trail by 6, and the Trojans have the ball. Claude in no rush out near midcourt. Holding his dribble. Backing out. Claude to his left. Here comes the double team. Throw it up top. A 3 ball from Abo. Back to the rim. No. High rebound is loose, and USC gets it. And they can burn another 20 seconds off the clock. Claude again near midcourt. 2:04 to go in double overtime. And they call a 5-second violation on Claude, who is being pressed by Williams. And Claude was unaware of the countdown, and so it's Rutgers' ball. Eric Musselman looks floored right now.
He just banged his head on the scores table.
Big turnover. 2 minutes to go in the second overtime. Rutgers down by 6. Harper looking over the defense. Gets the screen from Williams. Rolls left. Driving, spinning in the paint, stepping back. Move it left for Acuff. Back to Harper. Harper driving, stepping back. The three from the right side is well short. USC the rebound. Harper looking the official wanting a foul, but I said Rutgers is in a heap of trouble. It's just expanded. Down to 90 seconds in double overtime. Rutgers down 6. Claude in the circle at center court. Harper's going to foul him with 1:25 to go. Third foul on Harper. And Claude, who is a very good free throw shooter, will get 2. 10 of 13 tonight from the line. 89-83 USC.
Rutgers picked a bad time for a 2-minute and 15-second scoring drought.
Yeah. Tough to do that in overtime, that's for sure.
Yep.
First free throw from Claude. It's good. Makes it a 7-point game with 1:25 left. Abo out for Noling. Haven't seen Noling since the first half. Here comes the second from Claude. That's good as well. Yeesh, and it's an 8-point lead. 1:25 to go. Harper picks up the dribble at midcourt. Harper rolling right. Harper holding his dribble. Get it to Acuff. Acuff straight away. Driving, kicking for Grant. Left side 3. Air ball. Somerville chases it down, throws it into a scrum, and it's grabbed by Thomas. And boy, oh boy, he might pretty much do it. Here's Claude. Right wing. Gets past Williams. Shot no. Tip no. Ball free. Goes out to Yates. Boy, under a minute to go here, and Yates has possession. Here comes the trap. Throw it inside, taken away by Harper. Harper leading the break. Throw it right for Acuff into a 3. Good. With 46.5 left. Could have been an opportunity, a 4-point play. Rutgers within 5 now, 91-86, as they call timeout.
And it looked like he might have got fouled on that 3, but big-time shot by Tyson Acuff. Yeah, he definitely was in his shooting lane.
There was. We see that called all the time.
Wow.
So, the press that got Rutgers back into this game is going to have to come up really big right now with only 46.5 left.
Down 5, and you got to create a turnover here. That's the only way. Either create a turnover or pray for missed free throws. Scarlet Knights just got outscored here in this second overtime, so something magical has to happen here in these last 46 seconds. Kind of like that second half when we were down 15. So let's see what the Scarlet Knights can cook up here on the defensive end.
The thing you wonder about is how much gas is left in the tank. I mean, these teams have been out here all night. You're into a second overtime. Dylan Harper hasn't sat down since the first half.
Yeah, these guys.
I wouldn't have sat him down either.
He played 45 minutes.
Right. 91-86 USC, 46.5 to go. Here's the pressure. Looking to get it in. They do to Agee. Trapped by Grant and Acuff. Dribbles out of it. Passes it up to Slacker. Move it ahead. Yates wide open. Lays it in with 39.1. They break through the pressure. Get an easy 2. 93-86. Down 7. Have to hurry here. Harper into the front court. Pulls back. Get it to Acuff. Down to 30 seconds. Acuff. Head fake. Shoots a 3. Got another. And it's 93-89, 4-point game. Claude with the ball. Here comes the trap. Claude throws a baseball pass ahead to Yates. Yates dribble drive, fouled by Acuff with 21.4 left and a 93-89 USC lead.
Tyson Acuff just continues to show fight. I mean, he's shown it this whole second half of the season here for the Scarlet Knights. Make 2 3-pointers in a row. The only chance that the Scarlet Knights' last glimmer of hope lies with Tyson Acuff.
No doubt. Yates to the free throw line. The 78% free throw shooter will get 2. Yates tonight, 20 points. Long look at the rim. First free throw up and in. Somerville comes in for Davis. 5-point lead for USC, 94-89. 21.4 left here in the second overtime. Second free throw is good. 6-point game, 95-89. Inbound to Harper with 20 seconds. Gotta go. Harper with 18. Harper for Acuff. Acuff will have to force up a three. No. Long rebound grab by Harper with 10 seconds. Forces up a three. No good. Ball rebounded by Yates, and that's pretty much going to do it with 7.3 left.
And this might be the last time you see Dylan Harper and Ace Bailey in a Rutgers uniform. For it to end like this, man, that stinks.
Crowd hit the exits, or at least the Rutgers people, not the ones behind the bench. I mean the ones around the arena. Yates to the free throw line to shoot two more. It's a 6-point game with 7 seconds left, but one clearly ends this game.
What a college basketball game, though, Jerry. I know it doesn't look like it's going to go Rutgers' way, but
first free throw is good, 96-89.
Double overtime, fight back to back, punch for punch, blow for blow. Looks like USC got the final punch.
Second free throw is good, 97-89. 7 seconds left. Inbound to Harper. Here comes Harper's likely final possession. He will stop at the three-point line, shoot up a three. It's no good. And there's the final buzzer. Final score tonight in Indianapolis. USC beats Rutgers 97-89. As Rutgers' season likely comes to an end, and we have likely seen the end of the one-and-done year for both Dylan Harper and Ace Bailey.
Jerry, this is as tough as it gets. A season that was filled with ups and downs, rockies, injuries, illnesses, everything that you could imagine. And for these guys to show this fight in the second half and have the opportunities they had to win this game, and it doesn't go the Scarlet Knights' way, can't be feeling too great right now as a Rutgers fan.
No, and, we pointed out a bunch of times, down 15, down 13 in the second half, come back, take the lead, have the lead in the final minute of regulation, have an opportunity with the game tied at the end of regulation, the missed free throws, have a chance at the end of the overtime. This one is going to sting, and some of these guys are really going to be hurt by this, but, it is what it is, and they walk off the floor and have to hold their heads high. USC will play Purdue tomorrow night.
That's college basketball. You got to earn every inch. And Scarlet Knights, they gave a good fight tonight, but at the end, USC made the shots when it mattered most.
Final score, USC in double overtime wins it 97-89. We will hear the Steve Peichel press conference as he will meet with the media. We'll get to the final stats as well. A double overtime win for SC as they beat Rutgers 97-89 on the RWJ Barnabas Health Rutgers Sports Network.
Ever dream of a 3-row SUV where everything for every passenger feels just right? Introducing the all-new Infiniti QX80 with available features like biometric cooling, electronic air suspension, and segment-first individual audio that isolates sound right to the driver's seat. Discover every just right feature in the all-new QX80 at InfinityUSA.com. Available features. Individual audio cannot buffer all interior sound. See owner's manual for details.
Since 1934, Miller's Rentals has been the featured name in the event rental industry headlining special events, parties, graduations, weddings, religious milestones, New York City Red Carpet premieres, and university events. Miller's is proud to be the strategic partner for Rutgers Athletics. Miller's has the rental supplies for every occasion and special events, tents, stages, chairs, tables, linens, and much, much more. A community icon for over 85 years. The Miller's Rentals family gives back to the community that has helped them gain that status. So support the company that supports RU. Go Millers and go RU.
A true teammate takes on every day with a winner's attitude, gets up when they fall down, and leaves it all on the field. There's a group of teammates who do all these things every single day. But they're more than your typical athlete. They're kids dealing with unthinkable medical circumstances. Team Impact matches children facing serious illness or disability with college sports teams, creating a long-term, life-changing experience for everyone involved. Help us get all kids in the game. Visit teamimpact.org.
team impact. All in, all together. Today's game is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Insurance for motorcycles, boats, and RVs. For protection on the road and on the water, see how much you can save at 1-800-PROGRESSIVE and Progressive.com. This is the RWJ Barnabas Health Rutgers Sports Network.
Madame Giselle said there's a change in your future.
Is it a promotion?
I see a door opening.
To a corner office?
There's a creature. Beady eyes, locks of hair.
Is it my boss, Dave?
No, raccoons everywhere. Your RV door is open, and they're chewing everything.
Not a problem. I'm covered by Progressive. Do you see a bigger paycheck?
Customize your coverage with Progressive's past damage protection and be prepared for the unexpected. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Past damage protection available for RVs less than 6 years old. $250 deductible applies to any claim.
I never planned on having high blood pressure.
I never planned on needing heart surgery.
No one plans on heart problems, but everyone should have a plan for them. At RWJ Barnabas Health, we help patients of all lifestyles and medical histories plan for healthy hearts. Whether you have hypertension, heart disease, or a child with a heart issue, our network offers the most complete heart and vascular care in New Jersey. With the latest technology and a highly specialized team, our nurses, cardiologists, and heart surgeons ensure that you can focus on improved health and wellness. We deliver nationally renowned and specialized cardiovascular care close to your home and family through our comprehensive network of easily accessible hospitals, centers, and physician offices. Make plans for healthy hearts with RWJ Barnabas Health. Let's be healthy together. Visit rwjbh.org/heart.
The game is over, but our coverage continues on the RWJ Barnabas Health Rutgers Sports Network. This is the Rutgers Basketball Postgame Show. Coming up, a full recap of today's game, including stats, highlights, and our player of the game. Today's postgame show is also sponsored by RWJ Barnabas Health, the official healthcare provider of Rutgers Athletics and New Jersey's most comprehensive academic health system. To learn more, visit rwjbh.org. Let's be healthy together. And by the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers Local Union 456. Energizing Rutgers for over a century. The Rutgers Basketball Postgame Show begins now.
Back here at Gamebridge Fieldhouse, USC beats Rutgers in 2 overtimes, 97-89. Jerry Recco courtside alongside Paul Schrager. Chris Corso has gone to do his SID duties, which, well, not easy on a night like tonight. We are awaiting the Steve Peichel press conference as the season likely came to an end tonight, losing to USC. And this is one, I mean, how many of these don't hurt, obviously, but you look back to the Michigan game a couple of weeks ago, was, you know, a slap in the face, punch in the face, whatever you want to call it. That was a tough one for sure. This one's tough too, because this team had numerous opportunities to close this game out and get themselves to a game with Purdue tomorrow night at 9 p.m., but unfortunately, just missed a couple of shots down the stretch, missed a couple of free throws down the stretch, and then when we got to the second overtime, USC came running out the gate and put up a quick 8-2 spurt, basically took control and never seized it. Assuming this is the last game Dylan Harper plays for Rutgers, it was a fabulous game. He played 46 minutes. Certainly I would think a little tired at the end, but 46 minutes for Harper. He puts up 27 points. He has 8 rebounds, 8 assists. Really played outstanding. I'm sure he's not going to like the 1 for 8 from 3 when he sees it on the box score, but for the most part, played really well. Ace Bailey, assuming this is his last game in a Rutgers uniform, before fouling out of this game, had 17 points, seemed to really get it going. He was 7 of 13, but fouled out in the second half. And, a lot of people will point to, well, they went 15 and 17. It wasn't the season that everybody expected, understandably so. But part of the reason it wasn't the season you expected was just not enough consistency of those two top players playing together. Even in a game like tonight where they do play together for a majority of the game, Ace Bailey is limited to, keep in mind, a 50-minute game because of double overtime. He's limited to those 33 minutes and 0 minutes in overtime and double overtime because he fouls out. You've got Dylan Harper sick at Indiana. You've got Dylan Harper getting hurt early in the Penn State game. There's so many different times that it lacked consistency, and there were so many starts, stops, and restarts to this season. It's almost like it never got on track. And that's just the reality of the situation. You can make any excuse you want, call it what you want, but those are facts. And so a night like tonight was almost a microcosm of the season in the way that Rutgers fell behind. They seemed to get it going as they played together and things were going well. And then Ace Bailey fouls out and unable to finish the game. They are unable to finish the game together. And, while everybody played well that played for them, there's a reason why you have Ace Bailey and Dylan Harper on this team. And when Ace has to sit for the last 10-plus minutes and then obviously some time at the end of regulation, it hurts for sure. Tyson Acuff, I thought, played great tonight. A lot of minutes tonight for Acuff, the fifth-year senior. You look at what he did off the bench. He scored 16 points, played 40 minutes, hit a couple of big threes in this game, went 5 of 11, just not enough. So it's a tough pill to swallow, for sure, for Rutgers, and it's going to be, for this coaching staff, a very long off-season, and an off-season that they did not envision happening as soon as it is going to happen, essentially, losing this game tonight against USC. And the game was different, too. Rutgers beat them 95-85 a few weeks ago. You'll see 97-89 and feel like the game was the same. The game wasn't the same. The scoring was up a little bit for sure because of the double overtime and the extra sessions that they played. When you look at the way the game was scored, USC scored 24 points in overtime and in the double overtime, combined, outscoring Rutgers 24-16, Rutgers 8-8 in the overtime and the second overtime. So the game wasn't as high scoring as it was back at Jersey Mike's Arena. It turns out to be because of the two extra sessions. But this game was different. Rutgers, it sounds silly to say it when you give up 97 points, but in spots tonight, they did play well defensively. In spots, they didn't. Again, inconsistency. And I guess part of that, too, is when you're starting 4 freshmen, and a lot of times you got 4 freshmen on the floor, while they don't appear like freshmen anymore to me, they are. And so things like that do happen, and you get a lack of consistency on both sides of the floor. But the fight was phenomenal because I do think down 15, and then specifically down 13 early in the second half, I think it would have been easy for them to kind of just go away and figure we're going to, end things here. But the fight back and the pressure that they put on USC, they forced them into, they lose a game where they forced USC into 21 turnovers. And it's one of those things, if I tell you before the game the rebounding edge is even, USC has 21 turnovers, the points in the paint, Rutgers is going to, I don't want to say dominate, but outscore them 48-36. If you're going to tell me just this one stat alone, if you would have told me before this game that Rutgers would have 31 points off turnovers and USC would only have 7 off turnovers, that's a 24-point difference. I would have told you that Rutgers not only won this game, but they won this game going away. And that simply wasn't the case. USC, give them credit, a lot of fight from this Trojan team, because just as much as Rutgers got down big and fought back and took the lead, there was a point there where Rutgers, I believe, took a 5-point lead in the second half. If I have to take a quick lead for the largest lead, 4 was their largest lead in the second half. So even still, you're USC, you are cruising to what you think is going to be an easy win, up 15, then up 13 in the second half. Here comes Rutgers storming back. They have a 4-point lead, which is a couple of minutes to go in regulation, and you give USC a lot of credit for fighting back. Again, a part of that was Rutgers missing shots in the final minute for sure. Rutgers missing a couple of free throws that I don't want to say would have ended the game, but went a long way in terms of them winning the game. Didn't happen, and so you wind up falling tonight by the score of 97-89. I do think when you look at the freshmen on this team, and here's the issue too with college, and let's be honest, college basketball, as much as I love it, it's a double-edged sword right now. It's a love-hate relationship. I love it. I love doing it. but I hate it at the same time. I think the portal stinks. I think the NIL, the way it's done, stinks. And so you sit here and look at 4 freshmen that started a lot of games. Who knows who's going to be here? And that goes everywhere. And Danny Hurley the other day in 60 Minutes is talking about 50% of his team likely will leave because of NIL, and that's a 2-time back-to-back champion team. So we don't know who's coming back, who's not. That's obviously a different discussion for later, but the point being, when you look at the way these freshmen played tonight, you'll see Dylan Grant scored 7 points. You won't think he did much. Well, when Dylan Grant was on the floor tonight in his 19 minutes, Dylan Grant was really good. Lathan Somerville tonight was 1 point shy of his season and career best. He scored 16 points. He was 6 of 11, going up a guy, oh, by the way, in Rashawn Agee, who's 44 years old. And that's an exaggeration, obviously, but he's a sixth-year player. He's 24, and Lathan Somerville did not play like a freshman tonight. The point is the growth that this team has had and these freshmen have had has been really fun to watch. And that's where I say, when I watch this game tonight, they don't feel like freshmen to me. I didn't feel like the moment was too big for them. When Dylan Harper's coming down the floor with a chance to win the game, I expected him to win the game, and that's not taking a shot that he didn't win the game. It's more so a compliment that I look at him as a veteran. So, yeah. So we will take a break. Just found out that the Rutgers press conference will be coming up after the break. Rutgers falls tonight in double overtime, 97-89. We'll come right back on the RWJ Barnabas Health Rutgers Sports Network.
Hey, are you up? It's Nor'easter Nick. I can't sleep. Oh, good you are. Because Pizza Hut is open till midnight or later. Order right now at PizzaHut.com or check out the app to satisfy those late night munchies. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
Pizza Hut wings are bigger and better than the other Pizza Guys wings. No one outwings the Hut. Today's game is brought to you by Progressive. Your small business keeps you on the go. Progressive Commercial Insurance keeps your policy within reach with our easy-to-use mobile app. Learn more at progressivecommercial.com. This is the RWJ Barnabas Health Rutgers Sports Network.
Hey Scarlet Knights fans, Rutgers Health is rewriting the playbook on health. By taking an integrative approach to educating future health pros, delivering top care, and leading the charge in medical research, we're turning discoveries into life-changing health solutions for all. With 8 schools and top-notch centers just outside New York City, we're here to keep you and your loved ones strong. Together, we are breathing new life into health.
Hey Rutgers, are you ready for basketball? Are you ready to score big on all your favorite game night foods? ShopRite has your back all season long when it comes to saving big. Find everything you need to make game day a slam dunk. Are you ready for next level nachos? Are you ready for bangin' buffalo wings? Yeah, you are. Score big, save big, and get game day ready at ShopRite, exclusive supermarket partner of the Rutgers Scarlet Knights. ShopRite, check out happy.
Which schools will take home the prestigious Learfield Directors Cup as the top college athletics program for the 2024-25 college athletics season? You can follow the standings of your favorite team or alma mater at L Directors Cup on Twitter and online at thedirectorscup.com. Trophies will be awarded in June 2025 to the winning institutions in all college sports divisions. Learfield Directors Cup, the crowning achievement in college athletics.
Final scores tonight from Gainbridge Fieldhouse. USC beats Rutgers in 2 overtimes, 97-89. We are awaiting the Steve Peichel press conference. While we do that, we will send things over for a scoreboard update with Paul Schrager.
Thanks, Jerry. And 2 other games earlier today in the Big Ten tournament. First round, Northwestern defeated Minnesota 72-64. Nick Martinelli for the Wildcats at 28 points and 7 rebounds. Ty Berry contributed 14 points, also 7 rebounds. The Wildcats will advance to play Wisconsin tomorrow. Iowa defeated Ohio State 77-70. Peyton Sanford 17 points, and Iowa will face ranked number 24 Illinois also tomorrow. Locally in the Big East tournament at Madison Square Garden, it was Butler defeating Providence 75-69. Pierre Brooks 25 points and 7 rebounds for the Bulldogs. DePaul defeated Georgetown 71-67, and it was Benson scoring 18 points off the bench for DePaul on 7 of 8 shooting to lead the Blue Demons. And one higher seed did win today between the Big Ten and the Big East. That was Villanova knocking off Seton Hall 67-55. 3 other local games in conference tournament play. It was Fordham defeating Rhode Island 88-71. That was the first round of the Atlantic 10 tournament playing in the Washington, D.C. area. Quinnipiac knocked off Ryder 78-64 in the MAC quarterfinals in Atlantic City. And also in Atlantic City in the MAC quarterfinals, it was Merrimack in overtime knocking off Sacred Heart 66-62. Rutgers women's swimming and diving freshman Bailey Sturgill was crowned the NCAA Zone A platform champion, while teammates Sephora Ford and Katarina Hoffman also qualified for the NCAA championships on platform on the final day of zone competition, that taking place at the Rutgers Aquatic Center. Sturgill became the second Scarlet Knight to win a title at this year's zone championships. Ford was the runner-up. Hoffman won the 3-meter title on Monday. This year's NCAA Women's Swimming and Diving Championships will be held next week, Wednesday through Saturday, and that'll be in Kings County, Washington. Rutgers baseball, the Scarlet Knights defeated Wagner today 9-3. Rutgers scoring all 9 of its runs in the 5th inning. Ty Doucette contributed a 3-run homer. Rutgers women's lacrosse, it was 12th-ranked Princeton knocking off the Scarlet Knights 20-8. Jerry?
All right, right here, USC. Paul beats Rutgers in double overtime, 97-89. You would certainly think likely ending Rutgers' season as they go 15-17. USC with the win moves to 16-16, and their reward will be Purdue tomorrow night. Before we have some more conversation and we get to the Steve Pikiell press conference, let's take a look at some of these final stats. And we talked about how good SC was, and they had 4 different players in double figures, and 3 of them popped for 20 or more. Desmond Claude was outstanding, 28 points on 8 of 13 shooting, 12 of 15 from the free throw line. Did a really nice job. Also had 8 assists in this game. Did turn it over 6 times, but for the most part, played a terrific game. 24 points for Wesley Yates, who was 7 of 10. He was 4 of 4 from three-point range, and I thought his three-pointer in the second overtime was the backbreaker for Rutgers. He also had 4 rebounds in this game as well. 23 points for Rashawn Agee, who Steve Pikiell talked about in the pregame interview that I did with him. Really expected him to play well, and he did. 23 points, 11 rebounds, 5 assists as well. He was 7 of 14 shooting and 7 of 7 from the free throw line. Most of that, though, from the line in the first half. And 13 points for Abo, who was 5 of 12, but had to double-double like Agee did. He had 13 points and 10 rebounds. For the game, USC shot 20. So when Rutgers beat USC a couple of weeks ago, they were 26 of 28 from the line. It was a big key as to why they won. Well, tonight USC kind of did the same thing. Not to that extent, but 25 of 31 from the free throw line, which is pretty darn good. Did them quite well in terms of winning this game. As for Rutgers, they also had 4 players in double figures, led by Dylan Harper, who had 27 points, 8 rebounds, 8 assists. Harper 9 of 21, 8 of 8 from the free throw line as well. 17 points for Ace Bailey before he fouled out. He was 7 of 13. He also had 7 rebounds in this game. 16 points for Lathan Somerville, 1 off his career best. Lathan was 6 of 11 and 4 of 5 from the free throw line. Also had 5 rebounds in this game. And 16 points for Tyson Acuff, who had 3 threes. He was 5 of 11 shooting. Acuff with 5 rebounds and 4 assists in this game as well. In terms of the overall shooting, when you look at what both teams did, you had USC shoot 31 of 60, so a shade over 50%. Rutgers was 33 of 77. One of the big differences, too, would be USC hit 10 threes in this game. Now, they hit them early, they hit them late. In the middle, they had a lag, but they hit them when they needed to. 10 made threes for USC. Rutgers was 6 of 30 from three-point range. And again, the turnovers, you would think Rutgers would win this game as they turned over USC 21 times and scored 31 points off those turnovers compared to the 7 points that USC scored off Rutgers turnovers. But we are not sitting here having lost this game if that was the case. Bench points, Rutgers a 32-5 advantage. Fast break points, Rutgers a 13-7 advantage. Points in the paint, Rutgers at 48 points in the paint compared to 36 by USC, and even that wasn't enough as well. The point I was making before the break, though, about the freshmen, you assume if you take Dylan Harper and you take Ace Bailey out of the mix, because everybody, their brother, mother, uncle, sister, obviously believes that they're going to be in the NBA draft. And not only that, they're going to be picked in the top 3. And who knows, if Cooper Flagg goes back to Duke, that rumor is out there, they could be the 1 and the 2 picks in the draft. So if we put that aside for just a second and just realize that that's probably going to happen, you look at the other freshmen and the way they played, and you certainly hope that they are coming back for their sophomore year. But as I said, in this day and age of college basketball, who knows? Dylan Grant, the strides this kid has made this year, you think back, we saw him start playing in Las Vegas. To be quite fair, wasn't even prepared until that morning when Steve Peichel told me that he would probably enter the game. And seeing him out there and making an impact, and you look at the way he has progressed throughout the course of the season, it was really a lot of fun to watch. And the same thing with Lathan Somerville. Somerville, I thought, early on picked it up very quickly, but he got better and better. His rebounding got better. His inside game got better. His free throw shooting, really, in my 9 years here with Rutgers, he might be. I would find it hard to find someone better than him. I think he ended the season, because tonight he was 4 of 5. He came into the game at almost 87% from the line, so likely over 87% from the season. Just a great free throw shooter. Has become a little bit of a shot blocker. He's only going to get bigger and stronger. You look at what he's done. He has been outstanding. And I haven't even mentioned Bryce Dortch, who very unselfishly took away the red shirt, wanted to help the team when they were banged up middle of the season. Dortch, while we didn't see as much of him as we did the other 2 or 3 guys or 4 guys, really played well when given the opportunity. So you look forward to him next year too, assuming he sticks around. And then you've got, the other guys. You've got the guys who likely played their final college game, the Zach Martinis of the world, the Jeremiah Williams of the world. And I do think, and Tyson Acuff, of course, I do think this game is going to stick with Jeremiah Williams for a long time, because while he did a lot of good things tonight on the floor, defensively he was scrappy, had a couple of plays where he really disrupted USC and helped turn them over. I think the 2 free throws are going to eat at him at the end of regulation, when, again, I'm not going to say it would have won the game, but boy, it would have gone a long way into them likely winning the game. And then to have that open look at the end of the first overtime, where if that 3 goes in, this ball game is over. It's, as they call it, a walk-off these days. And he comes up just short. It was right in front of us. It was in line. To me, it was shades of the Notre Dame game with Ron Harper Jr. That play was 2 hours left. It was lined up perfectly. We saw the ball. It was banked in. But point is, this thing looked perfect, and he just came up short, and it's the front of the rim. And I do think for a competitor like him, captain of this team, I think it's going to be very, very difficult for him. For the next couple of days, obviously it all goes away eventually, but I do think in the short term, it's going to be a difficult pill for him to swallow. He finished with 6 points tonight on 3 of 9 shooting. Did have 4 rebounds and 4 assists, but again, all of that I would certainly think bothers him. For Zach Martini, I will tell you, there is not a better kid that I think I've come across in all these years doing this. He hustles. He's a fighter on the floor. He's a great teammate. A pleasure to be around, to be quite honest. So you'll miss him too, and this might have been his last game. I don't know. He's a Princeton graduate. He does things that I, be honest with you, don't understand. That's how smart this kid is, and he's got a heck of a future ahead of him. And I don't know. I know he could play overseas if he wanted to, but I don't know if basketball is going to be in his future going forward or not. But he has been a pleasure to be around as well. And then you've got the other guys. Is Jermichael Davis back? Is Jordan Durkak back? Is Emmanuel Oboli back? I mean, these are questions with the portal opening up in a couple of weeks, which is just bizarre to say that could even happen as the NCAA tournament is going on, as the NIT is going on, prior to that Crown tournament in Las Vegas, before that even begins. To think that players could enter the transfer portal, it's just something needs to change, because the way things are right now are not good, and I don't believe they're sustainable for most programs. Like I said before the break, if a guy like Danny Hurley is worried and claiming that 50% of his team is going to leave because of the portal and NIL, and they're back-to-back national champions, nobody is safe, essentially, in this day and age of college basketball. What we're going to do is we're going to take a break. When we come back, we should have Steve Peichel at the podium. It sounds like USC is just wrapping up their availability. Rutgers falls to USC 97-89. Final segment of the postgame show coming up next on the RWJ Barnabas Health Rutgers Sports Network.
Looking for the best trained in the electrical business? Look no further. Our members of the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, Local Union 456, go through a 5-year nationally recognized apprenticeship program along with OSHA safety certifications, producing the best trained electricians in the area. From solar energy, healthcare facilities, school construction, and much more, we do it all. We are also proud to be one of the first building trade locals to be recognized with a drug-free workplace program. We at Local Union 456 are like Coach Peichel and the Scarlet Knights, trained and proven to get the job done.
Today's game is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Insurance for motorcycles, boats, and RVs. For protection on the road and on the water, see how much you can save at 1-800-PROGRESSIVE and Progressive.com. This is the RWJ Barnabas Health Rutgers Sports Network.
Is AI your competition or your greatest advantage? Rutgers Business School's highly ranked MBA and specialty master's programs provide relevant knowledge and skills to lead in an AI-driven world. With close proximity to New York and strong corporate partnerships, you're connected to the world's top companies. Take advantage of Rutgers Business School's proven return on investment and find out what you're capable of. Leadership awaits. Find out more about the #1 public business school in the Northeast. Visit business.rutgers.edu.
Since 1934, Miller's Rentals has been the featured name in the event rental industry headlining special events, parties, graduations, weddings, religious milestones, New York City Red Carpet premieres, and university events. Miller's is proud to be the strategic partner for Rutgers Athletics. Miller's has the rental supplies for every occasion and special events, tents, stages, chairs, tables, linens, and much, much more. A community icon for over 85 years. The Miller's Rentals family gives back to the community that has helped them gain that status. So support the company that supports RU. Go Millers and go RU.
College sports fans now have access to hundreds of weekly podcasts that zero in on the college sports world. Now available in the Varsity Podcast Network and part of the new Varsity app. The app is free and available from wherever you get your favorite apps. Download the Varsity app today to have access to hundreds of national podcasts as well as your favorite team-focused podcasts. The Varsity Podcast Network now available for free on the Varsity app. Download from the App Store and listen today.
$97-89, USC beats Rutgers in double overtime here in the first round of the Big Ten tournament. We are awaiting the Steve Peichel press conference as Rutgers falls tonight, being outscored in the second OT 16-8 as USC came out on an 8-2 run, hit a couple of really big threes that were backbreakers. Even though it was the first couple of minutes of overtime, you just kind of felt like the momentum was grabbed by the Trojans, the same way Rutgers had grabbed the momentum late in the second half. Unable to close the deal. USC did, though, after they made the first 3 buckets and had that 8-2 run. They continued to score. It wasn't as if they got out to a 6-point lead. Yeah, Rutgers was trying to trade baskets for them for a while, but I don't think they ever got back closer than 5 or 6 in the second overtime. They wind up losing by 8 points. A really good game by Dylan Harper, and again, likely his final game for Rutgers, where he scores 27 points, just not enough. There was the one play, and I think you give USC a lot of credit. Rutgers had the ball at the end of the first overall. They had it at the end of regulation and then the first overtime. At the end of the regulation, Harper had the ball in his hands and wound up taking a jump shot that I think just USC just defended it really well. And I do think that influenced what he did in the first overtime, where the ball was in his hands again with a chance to win it. He drove. I think he saw the double and triple team come, and he saw a wide open Jeremiah Williams. I think it was the right decision. I'm sure some people would have, preferred him put his head down like a raging bull and go to the basket. I get that too. But I do think he found the open man, and the ball just didn't go in. But I give USC credit for that. And right now we'll go inside. Steve Peichel at the podium.
Incredible game, really, tonight. So disappointed for our guys that they played hard, and USC was very good, but I thought we were very good too. Come back and guys played their hearts out. It was a sad locker room, but proud of these guys, proud of the work that they did. I enjoyed coaching them too. So just a tough, unfortunate, ending.
Questions from the student athletes? Raise your hand and we'll give a mic to you, please.
Oh, thank you.
Do we have any questions from the student athletes? Right here, okay.
Tyson, obviously it's your last game. Jeremiah, I'm not sure your eligibility completely, but what's the feelings right now going out like that?
Tyson?
Heartbreak. I think that right now I'm just trying to be there for the guys, make sure everybody keep their head up, and all the guys in that locker room have bright futures. So just being there for them.
Jeremiah?
Yeah, Tyson said everything, just devastating. I think the guys in the locker room and even the coaches, we worked so hard all year, and even this game, I think that was a reflection. We worked so hard, and sometimes you just come over short, and it's just devastating.
Questions, please? Right here.
Tyson, you obviously just spent 1 year here. Looking back, how will you remember this season, and the decision you made to come to Rutgers?
I'll make it 100 more times. I love Steve Peichel. I love the guys. Fun, the connections I built here. I will choose Rutgers again and again and again.
Questions, please, for the guys? Right here.
This is for either one of you guys. Obviously, you guys had that big surge in the second half to come back and take the lead, and then USC did just enough to kind of, get back into it and force the overtime. What do you think kind of happened after you guys went all the way back to take the lead? Did you end up letting off the gas a little bit, or do you think it was just USC figured something out and was able to attack certain advantages?
Jeremiah, we'll start with you.
Yeah, like you said, I think credit to USC. I think they just did just enough to, surge back into the game and force overtime. And anything can happen in overtime at that point. It's kind of like another game in a sense, and regulation doesn't matter at that point, and you jump into a new segment of the game. So I think, like you said, they did just enough to make it a new game, and they executed in the extra minutes we had.
Tyson?
Yeah, I think they schemed, we schemed, they changed their game plan, we changed our game plan. It's hard fighting for 65 minutes. I don't know if any of you have ever been to fight, but it's hard to, keep fighting for 65 minutes, and we gave it everything we got, so.
Right here.
Of course, a lot of new faces on the team this year. For both of you guys, was it kind of hard to gel with the team at times, and offensively and defensively just kind of be on the same page in certain games?
Tyson?
Oh yeah, it's always hard, just meeting new people and trying to figure and do stuff like that. But I think we got along really well. We bonded really well on and off the court. Did a lot of things together to build that bond and that chemistry. So yeah, these guys are my brothers. This is my family. Rutgers is my family.
Jeremiah?
Yeah, for any team, been in college for 5 years, and I think for any team, especially nowadays with the portal and stuff like that, I think you'll have times where, you may have miscommunications, or it may be hard to gel at times, and sometimes we probably went through that this year. We had a younger team, but, to answer your question, yes, I think sometimes we did, but I think that's the nature of college basketball now, and I think every team in America has had that issue.
Right here.
you guys are obviously, this isn't your first rodeo. You guys are experienced veterans. What was your guys' kind of message after the game to, some of the younger players on your team, like Dylan or Ace, who, maybe haven't been through a situation like this, especially, after such a tough loss like that?
Jeremiah? Yeah, I mean, honestly, I don't think there's much to say. I mean, Coach Pike gave us a speech after, but throughout the players, I mean, it was very devastating. It's a lot of emotions. The end of the year, we've been through a lot, and I think a lot of emotions in everyone, and you just take it all in. And I mean, we will all communicate after the season. I think we'll regroup then, but you're just kind of taking in all the emotions, and it just really sucks at that point. And no need for us to talk amongst each other.
Tyson. Yeah, right now, like I said earlier, just trying to be there for the guys. Right now is not the time to give speeches, and this is not the last time we're going to see each other, so, we'll talk amongst ourselves, like Jeremiah said, and, sort it out there and talk to each other about different type of things.
Okay, we will dismiss the student athletes. Thanks, fellas. And continue with Coach.
Take your water, so.
Right back here.
Hey, Steve. Steve. Yes. Steve Stremming, XL Sports. In the flow of the game, now that it's gone double overtime and the game's over, do you think you should have put that press on different? And I thought I seen some differences in your Rutgers press that I hadn't seen all year long against SC. Do you think you might have put your press on a little bit earlier?
It's hard to do that too, but we got down early in the first half, and we've pressed kind of a lot at the end of the season. We changed our rotation a little bit, and we pressed more and more. I thought it was effective at times, and then at other times they got some easy baskets too. But when a game goes that long and it's that grueling, it's really tough to do that. And I thought, at the end they kind of were throwing the ball all over the place, getting some easy looks, and we had our opportunities certainly in this game. I would have liked to have Ace in the game for a little bit longer. I think that was a huge, I think his third foul was, just a tough one, and kind of needed to, him at the end too. But put in a lot of work, this team, and they're great kids, and they've worked all year with a lot of obstacles, as a lot of teams in this league have had. This is a great league, and we fought. We couldn't get big stops down the stretch too in games. I couldn't get this team to rebound or defend the way I would have liked them to, but they've shown some great signs. We scored 89 points in the basketball game, plenty of points to win. But I really love these guys. They were really good to coach. And we obviously didn't win the amount of games that anyone would like, but these guys were a joy to coach, and our press helped us get back into the game today. But hard thing to do for 50 minutes.
Right here.
Steve, what did you say to them in the locker room?
Well, honestly, told them I love them. And I mean, if you saw the fight of that team today, I mean, we were down at halftime, and this group just kept fighting no matter what the obstacles were. And we didn't have the kind of season. It was choppy. We hit a lot of obstacles. There's no excuses. I take full responsibility for our season. But this is a great group of guys. I mean, Tyson, I wish I had 4 years with him. I mean, these kids really grew in so many ways. Through all the obstacles, and playing in this league is tough. It's humbling league. And just after the game, like after that game, what do you say to the group? Like, they didn't play hard? No, I mean we played as hard as you could possibly play, and they left it all out on the court, and we needed a few bounces to go our way, and that's really, we didn't get that, man. It's kind of been that way this season, but I'm proud of them. I mean, the year that Ace and Dylan had, and the year that this group newly assembled came together, the youth that we have, it's the oldest time in college basketball too, when we got a young team, but they fought the entire night, and they're banged up right now, and they got ice bags everywhere. I mean, told them I love them, I'm proud of them, and they should be proud of how hard that they worked. And we put in a ton of work, and they did with film and all that. I wish you guys could just see us practice, like you would really understand it. But I that's not part of it. You know, come to games and you just see the results, but like the work that these guys truly put in to try to be great was, you know, was a lot, and I'm proud of them for that. So I told them that after the game.
Steve, one more thing. Talking about Ace Bailey, his freshman year, and Harper coming in. I mean, they were 5 stars, and they seemed to play good team basketball most of the year. I know that's hard coming off the AAE circuit. Talk a little bit about how they acclimated into your system.
I mean, the year they had, where they broke every freshman scoring record in the history of Rutgers basketball, which is unbelievable, especially in this league and as competitive as this league is, and what they did. And they didn't play every game. They were injured and they missed games. So if they played every single game, I don't know, those records would be untouchable. And they both did it, you know, together. They've been great kids to coach. They're great families. They work. The hours that those two put into it. I only wish, you know, I had another year or two with them, but unfortunately their best basketball's ahead of them too. I think they learned a lot this year. They grew a lot. They did. They grew a lot from film, and they saw every kind of defense you could imagine. They're getting guarded by 25 years old, or 18 years old, 25-year-olds, 26-year-olds. You know, the two just, you know, were fantastic, and they're going to be fantastic pros. They really are.
Right. Can you speak more on kind of the other younger guys like Dylan Graham, Bryce Dorsch, Somerville, really kind of broke throughout the season, kind of how they're going to improve next season and help the team, you know, as the future?
Yeah, I mean the development, those two guys. I mean, Lathan lost 50 pounds from June to get into the kind of conditioning and shape that he got into. Just continued to get better. You know, Dylan Grant didn't play much early on, and he kind of figured it out late, and then turned into a really good basketball player for us. And Bryce Dorsch is going to be another really good player for us. You know, I thought those guys improved, as did, you know, Tyson Acuff had foot surgery in June, did not practice until end of October, and that's serious foot injury, and you can see his get better and better. I only wish he wasn't injured early. But you know, the improvements of those guys and playing in this league and playing against the guys they went up to, if they continue to work, you know, they're going to be really good basketball players, and they're workers and surrounded by great people. So, you know, development's been a part of what we do here, and hopefully we can keep those guys around and keep them developing.
A couple more for Coach right here.
You have two guys that are going to be picked in the top 5 in the NBA draft in a few months, and you guys finish 2 games below 500. How do you explain you guys falling so short of expectations in the season going into?
Yeah, I mean, you know, when these guys work their tail off, and, you know, just because there's really good players on every team we play against, and, you know, today they were 23-year-old really good players, you know, but it's a really good league. You know, the ball didn't bounce the way we needed it to. I understand your expectations. I think the league picked us 9th, but I understand, you know, the expectations that I set for this program, which are to win every game. And those guys did everything that they could, and, you know, the ball didn't bounce our way sometimes, and sometimes, you know, it was a disjointed year with injuries and guys. I think, you know, Dylan missed most of the month of January, which didn't help us, and there were some close games there that we could have won. But, you know, I'm proud of this team. I take full responsibility for our win-loss record, but I'm really proud of how those guys performed and got better. And, you know, they're going to do a lot of really good things in basketball. So, you know, I'm real proud of their development.
Now, of course, Steve, where do you go from here with this program now? I mean, you tried to experiment with Ace and Dylan. Where does this go next?
I think our recruiting class is 28th in the country next year. So Ace and Dylan helped us a lot in that area. I think with the settlement, I'm really excited. That's going to help us a great deal, and we're going to keep working like we always do. I think other coaches in the league will tell you Rutgers is pretty good, and they don't want to play us every day. Steve, I know. I think you pretty much can talk to coaches. We're going to be good like we always are. I got to try to keep my staff because every year they want to steal them from me, and hopefully we'll do a great job with our players, and we got to jump in the portal too. So I'm excited. 78 straight sellouts, and I get the disappointment. I have to live with it. But a lot of good things are happening at Rutgers. I think a lot of people would want 78 straight sellouts, and they want to have the top 30 ranked recruiting class in the country coming in, and if we can retain our guys from this year, we'll keep plugging. I'm a worker, and we'll get them to play defense, and we'll rebound better.
All right, there is Steve Peichel. You can hear the disappointment in his voice. Tyson Acuff as well, and Jeremiah Williams. And that pretty much does it as Rutgers falls tonight in double overtime, 97-89. Just quickly, some thanks to give out as we wrap up. I think we wrap up the season, of course. Paul Schrager, great all season long. Chris Corso, lots of help from him. Brendan Beavers back in the shop, terrific. And Austin Johnson, who couldn't make the trip, missed him, of course, tonight, but hopefully back next season. That'll do it for us from Indianapolis. Rutgers falls in double overtime to USC. They go 15-17, and we shall see what's next. And Ace Bailey and Dylan Harper, it certainly seems like the sky is the limit for those guys with the NBA quickly and directly in their sights. 97-89, the final score in double overtime. USC beats Rutgers on the RWJ Barnabas Health Rutgers Sports Network.
You've been listening to Scarlet Knights basketball on the RWJ Barnabas Health Rutgers Sports Network. Today's game has been brought to you by RWJ Barnabas Health, the official healthcare provider of Rutgers Athletics, and New Jersey's most comprehensive academic health system. To learn more, visit rwjbh.org. Let's be healthy together. The International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers Local Union 456. Energizing Rutgers for over a century. The proceeding has been a presentation of the RWJ Barnabas Health Rutgers Sports Network from Learfield and Scarlet Assets Management Company.
Well, as you just heard, Rutgers falling in a heartbreaker to USC, 97-89 in double overtime in the first round of the Big Ten tournament. Now it's time to rejoin Al Cintron in progress on WFAN and WFAN-FM New York.
Waiting game, and now the media, who he's not kind to, the media who he tells them to lose his number, the media who he doesn't want to give stories to. All of a sudden, everybody's real pissed off that Aaron Rodgers is taking a day. Oh my God! Can you believe this guy? What is he waiting for? It's Thursday. Legal tampering didn't start till Monday. They couldn't have made it an actual signing, and he wasn't actually released from the Jets until yesterday. Like the idea, oh my God, Aaron Rodgers is making everybody waiting. What's so hard? Just come up with a decision. The New York Giants might miss out on Russell Wilson. Oh my God! The Giants might miss out on Russell Wilson. Oh man, they better make a decision quick. Russell's going to meet with the Cleveland Browns, and then he'll meet with the New York Giants. And what if they lose out on Russell Wilson in the meantime? They'll pivot to Jameis Winston and get the exact same quarterback. So what? It's just everything. We are looking for reasons to add to the quote-unquote baggage of Aaron Rodgers. Oh, this is welcome to the Aaron Rodgers experience. What, that he's not made because he's got 3 teams possibly interested in him? Let's be totally honest. We all understand that the Minnesota Vikings are the best situation for Aaron Rodgers. That's the best team. With Sam Darnold, they won 14 games. They have 2 stud wide receivers. They play indoors. They play in a division he's very comfortable with, and he's with an offensive coach that's one of the better ones in the NFL. That's a good situation from Aaron Rodgers, and he's going to wait to see if that one unfolds for him. Right? That's what it feels like. I just saw Pro Football Talk. Mike Florio is reporting that the Steelers have an offer out for Aaron Rodgers. We know that the New York Giants have an offer out for Aaron Rodgers. And he's weighing his options over the course of a couple of days. And yet here we go. The guy can't make up his mind, holding franchises up for hostage. But he's taken a couple of days to see if the team he would love to go to is becoming available. And it's part of this experience, and the media is all in an uproar because they don't give them anything, and they're tired of the same crap and ask the same questions that I get asked and we talk about. But God, can we relax for a minute? Oh, this is some sort of game. Yeah, listen, I don't know if he thought he was going to have the leverage he had. He reached out to the Giants.
earlier in the offseason, a couple weeks ago, when maybe he wasn't sure what his options were. And his options have changed, and now we wait. And it might take a day, it might take 2 days. Who cares? I know football's different. How long do we wait for Juan Soto? How long do we wait? Weeks and weeks and weeks for these baseball players. You can't wait a day for a football player. They're holding up business. Holding up what? And that's the other thing. Holding up what business exactly for the New York Giants? Like, honestly, exactly what? Because I'll tell you right now, there is one veteran quarterback that actually makes a freaking difference with this team, that I'm actually excited about signing, that would actually be the starter, the actual starter, going into the season. And as long as they play relatively well and win some games, continue to start for the team if they also draft a young quarterback, and that's Aaron Rodgers. That's it. You give me the other slop in this league, it doesn't matter. Russell Wilson, they might miss out on Russell Wilson. Well, who gives a damn? Does anybody want Russell Wilson here? Like, want? Is anybody excited at the prospect of Russell Wilson coming here? Any Giant fan going to be really hyped up about the possibility of Russell Wilson being the quarterback for this team? Jameis Winston? Like, who are the options that are going to get you excited about the veteran quarterback coming to this team? There's one. I could care less if they lose out. Now, look, should the Giants, if they believe Russell Wilson is the second best quarterback and he's ready to make a decision and he tells them, look, I want you, but if you don't tell me soon I'm going to sign with Cleveland, then you got to make up your mind and pull the trigger. And if that means you missed out on Aaron Rodgers, at some point, yeah, sure, the Giants got to make a decision. Do they have to give Aaron Rodgers a deadline? Do they have to draw a line in the sand just to hold themselves and be able to look themselves in the mirror in the morning? Hello, the New York Giants they shouldn't be looking themselves in the mirror in the morning. They should have a tough time no matter who the hell the quarterback is. This franchise is in disarray for the last 7 or 8 years. Oh, how do you respect yourself if you let Aaron Rodgers drag you around? Why? Who are the New York Giants exactly? I have zero problem waiting for the only damn quarterback worth a damn thing. And if they miss out on someone, they miss out on someone. And if they believe Russell Wilson is the best available quarterback and they want him well above anybody else in this draft, in this free agent class, then you roll with Russ. You get that feel for when a decision needs to be made on it. And if Rodgers is still waiting, then you make the decision you have to make. Fine. But right now, you're welcome to the experience of Aaron Rodgers, the baggage of Aaron Rodgers. Here we go. Well, now he thinks he's milking it for everything. Typical Aaron Rodgers. He's waiting to make a decision. So is Russell Wilson, for that matter. So is a lot. We waited for the Geno Smith trade. That changed everything. We're waiting for the Daniel Jones to make a decision. That's going to change everything. Every day, the landscape of what Aaron Rodgers has available to him changes. Can he wait it out? He's only a 4-time MVP, future first ballot Hall of Famer. Can he get a day to decide where he finishes his career? Do we have to hate him for it? It drives me absolutely nuts. And then the idea that I got to listen to so many people tell me that it doesn't make any sense. I know Al's against it. I was driving in listening to Al. I respect everybody's opinion. God knows I'm not guaranteed to be right. I could be dead wrong. But what I don't understand, and again, Sal too. I'm listening to Sal, see the clips in the midday show, and what does it do for you? I don't understand. Right now, the New York Giants are looking to draft a quarterback. I firmly believe that. And let's just sidetrack this for a second. If they don't get Aaron Rodgers, to me, the next best available situation is to get either Ward or Sanders and start him from day one. I don't like Russell Wilson. I don't like what I've seen from Russell Wilson over the last 3 years. I have no interest in him. If they're determined on a veteran to start the year and try and win some games with him, because and this is all part of it too, the owner has told you you have to win some games. And if the owner handled their non-firing differently, maybe they wouldn't be like this. But if they're determined to get a veteran quarterback to start the year and try and win some games with out of the gate, is Russell Wilson okay? I guess. I don't feel very different about him or Jameis Winston or anybody else. To me, if they don't get Aaron Rodgers, I just want the quarterback they draft to start from day one. I'd rather have that than the other options. Aaron Rodgers is the one guy to me that comes in here and has the opportunity to make a major difference with this team. I still believe in him. I think he can be better a year removed from his Achilles injury. I do. Now, he's going to have to battle through bumps and bruises because all teams do. All quarterbacks do. All players do. And last year he struggled with that. And that's an issue and a concern at his age, without question. But he still threw 28 touchdown passes, which, you know, far back you got to go. The last time the Giants quarterback played as well as Aaron Rodgers played last year, do you know how far back you got to go? If you bring him in here along with the young quarterback, that's as good an option as any. And the idea, like, I get it, if there's no quarterback, then I hate everything. Then you're in a holding pattern no matter what. But I'm hearing people say, well, so what? Say you win 8-9 games with Aaron Rodgers. What does that prove? You're trying to find out if you have a head coach. Trying to find out what Brian Dable is. What do you know about Brian Dable if he comes in and wins 8 or 9 games with Aaron Rodgers? I think a lot. Because let me get this right. These are the circumstances that everybody talks about the New York Giants. One, the roster isn't ready to win. Right? The roster's not ready to win, not good enough. Don't have an offensive line, God knows. Although they re-signed Van Roten, earlier today, and I think they signed another tackle. I think as long as Andrew Thomas is back, the offensive line can be better. But the roster stinks. The schedule, the schedule is damn near impossible. The schedule is impossible. You see the teams that are coming into MetLife Stadium? So the roster sucks. The schedule is impossible, and Aaron Rodgers is washed, man. So what does winning 8 or 9 games do? If this head coach can take a crap roster against an impossible schedule with a washed-up 40-year-old quarterback and win 9 games, I learned a hell of a lot about my head coach, no? I feel like I learned a hell of a lot about my head coach if he can take a terrible roster with a washed-up quarterback against an impossible schedule and win 8 or 9 games. I feel pretty good about Brian Dable moving forward if he can do all that. Like, what can you learn? There's nothing to be had. Well, sure, if you win 3 games, it sucks and everybody's getting fired. That goes with whoever you pick. That goes with whatever you do. I'm telling you, even if they start the quarterback from day one, I do think there's, a more open window of how many wins you have to have. But if it's like 2 or 3, they're getting fired no matter who the quarterback is. Whether it's someone they drafted at the top of the draft or whether it's a veteran quarterback. You win 2, 3, 4 games, they're getting fired. Even with a young rookie quarterback, you're probably going to have to do a little bit better than that. Now, maybe not much better than that as long as he shows promise, but better than that. But I think there's a hell of a lot of value in winning games with Aaron Rodgers, winning games with this roster. And then the other idea of, well, he's not going to take the benching. I'm hearing that a lot. He won't take the benching well. Okay, I understand that. Let me tell you something right now. If they're 2-6, I don't really care if he doesn't take it well. His ass is getting benched. And if he doesn't like it, his ass can get cut. Like, that's it. 2-6, he's getting cut if he doesn't like it. Because you're going to go to the young quarterback. There's no doubt about it. You're going to the young quarterback. And guess what? You can go to Minnesota. You can go wherever. At 2-6, at 40 years old, you're probably getting benched. Now, I do agree that there are other quarterbacks, such as Russell Wilson, even Russell Wilson, who's that next guy. Jameis Winston, whoever else, whatever veteran quarterback you want to, talk about. Gardner Minshew, where there's a legitimate competition. This all is assuming you draft a quarterback, because I think they're going to. I think they have to. So those other quarterbacks, sure. More than Aaron Rodgers, there is a compete for the job from day one. There's also an element where, even if the Giants are doing relatively well, you would make that move to get to the quarterback, because what are you going to, like, and I agree with Aaron Rodgers, you're probably going to have to make some guarantees and some assurances that if you're playing well. If you take it all the way back to the Eli Manning, Kurt Warner situation, the Giants were 5-4. I do promise you that there is zero chance of the Giants pulling Aaron Rodgers when they're 5-4. That I agree with. Even if they're 500, even if they're a game under 500. If they are 4-5 after 9 and still in the mix, come the postseason because they've added playoff teams, they're not going to pull Aaron Rodgers. That I agree with. But if they're 1-6, if they're 2-7, he's going to get pulled for the young quarterback, and he's going to have to deal with it. And if he doesn't want to deal with it, they'll ship him away. But every single teammate won't shut up about how good the guy is in the locker room, to the point the new Jets head coach had to speak to them individually about the Jets' decision to move on. But he's a cancer in the clubhouse. Look at him milking this waiting process for everything it's worth. What do you really learn if you win games with him? I mean, what do we learn with wins? What do we learn? I think you learn a hell of a lot, and I think it's the best situation for this team. So I'm willing to wait. Now, clearly, the one part of it is, now this goes for Pittsburgh too, because if Pittsburgh has an offer out there, then why isn't he taking it? He wants Minnesota, it feels like. And I don't know if he'll take the Giant job, and this is all in vain and all in waste, and I'm shouting for no reason. We'll see. But as a Giant fan, wait. I'm fine with it. They're not losing out on anything. I don't care which veteran quarterback they sign outside of Aaron Rodgers. Gardner Minshew, Jameis Winston. I've already said I'd rather have Jameis Winston than Russell Wilson under any circumstance. And certainly if there's another young quarterback, if they draft a young quarterback. I am gung-ho. Trade up to number 1 and take Cam Ward. That's what I would do. I don't care what veteran quarterback they sign. That's what I want. If Shedeur Sanders is there for them at 3, I think they should take Sanders. And then whichever veteran quarterback, that's still what I want to do at the top pick. I am not on board with signing Aaron Rodgers, signing Russell Wilson, signing Jameis Winston, Gardner Minshew. I don't care who. I'm not excited about any of those prospects, even the Aaron Rodgers one, without the young quarterback of the future on this team. I don't want to do that. I don't want to sign a veteran and then take one of these generational defensive players in Hunter or Carter. And I know Hunter can give you both. We'll see about that at the NFL level. But to me, man, every day there's more and more why would they want to do this? Why Rodgers? Why Rodgers? And I don't understand why not. I don't understand why not. Is he the best option to win football games? Yes. Is he the best option to have a young quarterback learn from? Without question. Is he worth waiting for? Absolutely. Do I care who they lose on with if they wait for Aaron Rodgers? I don't give a damn. We're going to be crying in our beer over, oh my God, look, Russell Wilson went to Cleveland. Now what are we going to do? Now what are we going to do? I don't know, play without Russell Wilson and be better off for it? I don't understand why everybody's against it. I don't understand why we have to continue. I feel like, everybody is My Cousin Vinny. Everybody's Joe Pesci and My Cousin Vinny waiting to add to the lists. We got loud giant whistles, slaughtered pigs, trips to Egypt, waiting in free agency to make a decision. Pat McAfee, Epstein list. What else can we add? Like, we're just desperate to add things to the list of reasons why there's baggage with Aaron Rodgers. This is a completely different situation than the Jets had when he came there. He is not the savior. Yes, he's got his pick of the litter. He's got a little bit of a 3-team thing here where he's going to have an option to pick whatever team he wants. But he's not coming in with real leverage. He's not coming in with first-round picks being traded for him and paid big-time money. He's not coming in with his offense in place, ready to go, with him making the decisions on who the backup quarterback is or who the coach is or who the offensive coordinator is or any of that. This is a completely unique, unto itself, brand new situation. And as far as I'm concerned, I'll wait. Because the options suck. That's it. Draft the quarterback, get Aaron Rodgers. And I'll wait for it. 888-808-1019. McMonagle here with you on the Fan. Quick break. We'll come back, get you rolling. All the way to 5 a.m. on our 5-hour midnight ride. We got the Knicks we're watching right now, 101-98, with about a minute and a half left in the game. Obviously, Bridges had something to say about the minutes that the coach plays the starters. Similar to the same thing we say over and over again, but we don't like it when the underperforming player who was traded for 5 first-round picks has to say it. So we'll get to that as well. 808-1019, and we could always talk a little bit of baseball as I can yell about a bunch of different options the Yankees should do, and maybe it's time to get into another conversation about Jason Dominguez. 888-808-1019. Come right back with your calls next on The Fan.
A new season creates new opportunity. It brings new names, new faces, and poses new challenges. And your defending American League champion New York Yankees take on those challenges all season long. Starting March 27th, catch every pitch, every home run, every historic moment on the home of New York Yankees baseball. The Fan, 1019 FM and always live on the free Odyssey app.
Go to WFAN.com/contest to enter for a chance to win tickets to see Counting Crows at PNC Bank Arts Center on June 28th or at Northwell at Jones Beach Theater on June 29th. From our friends at Live Nation, tickets go on sale tomorrow at 10 a.m. at LiveNation.com.
This is J.J. Hill of Shulman & Hill, New York's premier injury law firm. We'll always fight for you when you're injured at work. If you've ever wished you had a lawyer in the family, now you will. At Shulman & Hill, it's never one and done. Once you're a client, you're always part of our family. Shulman & Hill. We're not just New York's law firm, we're your law firm. Get your free consultation at hurtny.com. That's hurtny.com.
Thinking of selling your home? Don't just sell out, max out. Sell your home once and get paid twice. Here's how it works. Max Out Homes buys distressed homes at current market value, offering an immediate payment. No delays, no hassle. Once that's done, our team of experts will maximize your home's value and offer you a piece of the profit, whether through renovation, modernization, or resale, or short-term property rentals like Airbnb or long-term property management. We handle it all, and you get a percentage of the profits. For more information, call 800-800-3606. That's 800-800-3606. With Max Out Homes, you don't just sell, you get to profit from our strategy after closing. We buy homes in poor condition, foreclosures, estate sales, homes with reverse mortgages, homes with non-paying tenants, even land. Remember, sell once and get paid twice with Max Out Homes. Call 800-800-3606. That's 800-800-3606. Or visit maxouthomes.com.
Town Fair Tire became New England's #1 discount tire dealer by giving you the absolute lowest prices guaranteed. And with over 100 stores from Connecticut to Maine, we'll beat anybody's price. Other dealers, we beat them. Warehouse clubs, we beat them. Online sites, we beat them all every day. So remember, for the absolute guaranteed lowest price on name brand tires, nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
Welcome to Staples.
I hear Staples prints it all for any business.
You bet. And we'll beat any print quote.
So if I had a pizza place,
Staples can print signs, menus, pizza boxes.
a landscaping business,
Oh, we can print yard signs, t-shirts, brochures.
how about a pizza/landscaping business? I'll call it Dough and Mo.
I like it.
Right now at Staples, get up to $250 off your print purchase. Henceforth, 5 exclusions apply. Visit staples.com/print for offer details. Price match guarantee valid in store and staples.com/print. Visit staples.com/price match for details.
Tired of hearing scary radio ads about the IRS? Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000 or $500,000, we have a solution. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS with zero risk to you. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with a BBB. End your tax nightmare today by visiting TRA.com or call 800-275-1242. That's 800-275-1242. That's 800-275-1242.
As the basketball season rolls on, there's never a dull moment or a shortage of thrills in this league. But thrills are nothing new at Bay Ridge Mazda. Tired of that clunker you've been driving? Just bring it into Bay Ridge Mazda for up to $2,000 over book value all month long. The time is now to make a trade. Head over to the place where everybody wins, Bay Ridge Mazda, located on 4th Avenue and 90th Street, or buy your car direct at BayRidgeMazda.com and have it delivered to your door. That's Bay Ridge Mazda, 4th Avenue and 90th Street in Bay Ridge, Brooklyn.
It's a new year, and for millions of New Yorkers, that means more money in your pocket. For the second year in a row, the minimum wage in New York State has gone up, both this year and next. the minimum wage is increasing 50 cents per hour. That's an additional $2,000 to spend on all the things you need. In 2027, the minimum wage will be tied to inflation, which means increases will match costs. New York's new minimum wage, putting money directly into the pockets of New Yorkers who need it most. Go to ny.gov/affordability. Sponsored by the New York State Department of Labor.
When this happened, you talked about it on The Fan.
It's back up short. Jeter on the run. Makes a one-handed running catch and dives into the photographer's area. Oh, what a play by Jeter. You can't believe it.
When New York sports happens, talk about it here. The Fan 101.